can't even hear myself. There I am. Look, Trage Technologies, allegedly $91 million gone. And now they're in Zoom meetings, the leaders, explaining that they're just in as bad shape as everyone else who invested. One guy said he's invested $250,000 and it's gone as well. But we know from our experience that these leaders get paid to promote these scams, and then all the money disappears, and then they all cry foul. And they say, I'm in the same boat as yourself. Now, this is a recorded session of a meeting that Marshonda Henderson, David Chandler, Simon Lee, and somebody that wasn't in the meeting, which I've put under the bus anyway, is Sean Tilley. They've all been involved in heavily promoting this Ponzi scheme called Trage Technologies. Marshonda Henderson has claimed that I'm telling people where she lives, and she's at fear of her life, and she's deleted all her videos. We've got, I've forgotten the other guy's name, which I didn't put in there, was Joseph Tran. 24 hours after this fell over, he went straight on to promoting another Ponzi scheme called Bitfoot, B-I-T, foot, without even batting an eyelid. And he was over just 3-4 days over in Dubai, meeting with the leaders before it went down. So what Ponzi scheme or scam will they promote next? Or what porkies or what stories are they going to feed you to listen to? So what we've got quite a funny setup here. Hopefully I've recorded everyone's names like I did. I just had to restart the computer because I couldn't get my camera going. But let's get straight into it because it's going to be quite a long session. I haven't had breakfast yet and it's 4:22 p.m. in the afternoon, which is a bit crazy. So I'm going to be talking a bit funny because I'm a wee bit lightheaded. But this is the meeting and hopefully we'll have everything working tickly-boo. But they wanted everyone to use their real names. I don't know why they do this to people, because now the crypto Ponzi scheme Avenger has everyone's real names, if they did update to their real name, in this meeting. And I haven't listened to the very start of this, but let's get into it. See what we can hear. What the heck is happening there? That is going flat tack. That was interesting.
Please, if you are in here, my internet is unstable.
No kidding. After that performance.
The person that just wrote me, M-E, no, that's not going to work. So you can go ahead and take yourself and rename yourself. We're going to give you 83770. Rename yourself. Spencer, your name is fine. You can put your hand down.
So I don't quite understand why she thinks everyone has to have their real names, but she's obviously hoping this meeting isn't getting recorded by yours truly. Right now, we just got to
get the people who are under iPhone, Zoom user, iPad, 8337.
This is ridiculous.
We're giving you just a couple minutes here to rename yourself or you will be removed from the room.
Amazing. So she's telling everyone to rename themselves.
Galaxy, whatever. If you don't have your name, you're going to be removed.
400 people were in this meeting.
You guys know ahead of time.
Oh, dear. Hey, George. Nice to see you here.
If you don't know how to, okay, I'm sorry. Let me do this. If you don't know how to rename yourself, you can go ahead and let me put the chat back for 1 second.
Now I'm going to be in the background.
You can chat to us.
And I'm going to make sure Marshonda
rename you.
knows that we are live at the moment. So I'm going to send her some information.
You can send to us if you don't know how to rename yourself. Me, go ahead, me. What's your name?
Me, what's your name? Is she for real? And all they're going to do is play a recording, but it's pretty intensive recording.
Maya, okay.
Yeah. M-A-Y-A.
All right. Everybody else, you can M-A-Y-A. Go ahead and change your name by going to Darlene. You're fine. Go ahead and go to the participants list. Click on your name and push rename because we're getting ready to start removing people right now.
Gosh, she's bossy, isn't she? Well, anyway, let's send Marshonda a message so she knows that we've got the recording and we're broadcasting it live now.
Manny, you're fine. So please lower your hand. Thank you. We have too many to do. Community, please rename yourself. Are you going to be removed?
Amazing. So let's see if we can find
Nancy, you're fine.
Marshonda.
Go ahead and put your hand down, please.
We could even give her a ring.
We
Quite
have-
funny, wouldn't it?
Okay. iPhone 146, iPhone 2, iPhone 147, iPhone 2. You are getting ready to be removed.
Amazing. I can't believe she actually went to the extent to do this when it was so easy to get the recording.
iPhone 69415, you're getting ready to be removed. Please place your name there.
So I've just sent Marshonda the list, the name in here, and she will realize that we have actually, and we did actually manage to scrape every
Okay,
single person's name in the
We gave
meeting.
everybody ample time
Chat GPT's down
to
at the moment.
put their names. We don't want to drag this on for a long time,
No,
guys.
of course not.
We want everybody to be able to hear the message, but we got to be fair. We asked everybody to come in with their name. Community, what's your name?
Why would she want people to come in with their real name
Community.
in here other than to throw them under the bus?
Theodis.
If anyone wants to join me, there will be a join link in here.
Okay. Change it to Theodis. All right. Everybody else that have names, you do not need to have your hand up. Please lower your hand. You do not need, your name is there already. Lower your hand, please.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much. We're trying to get this show on the road for you. And we want to protect you. You guys already know that there's people out spreading lies.
Oh, yeah. What
Can you
lies are
make Jen
these?
a co-host, please, David?
What lies are we spreading? That this is a scam and everyone's lost their money?
Last call for people with iPhone 147 and iPhone 2 to rename yourself. Last call.
How did they know they
Raise your
iPhone
hand
147?
and we will rename you if you don't know how to do that.
Right.
Okay, we'll put a poll.
Okay. We're almost 5 minutes beyond where we wanted to start. Let's just say this one last time. Give you one last time if you didn't hear. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our community call where we're getting our update on Trage. If you are in here under iPhone, Samsung, iPhone 142, iPhone 146, iPhone 2, you are getting ready to be removed. Zoom user, iPad, you are going to be removed in 3 seconds. Please rename yourself. If you don't know how to rename yourself, please raise your hand. Okay, iPhone 2.
iPhone 2.
You came in as Edward Morgan, so how are you iPhone 2 as well? Edward. No, that's probably not you. Your name came up as Edward. There's somebody else that says iPhone 2.
Oh.
Okay, guys. That's it. We're removing them. Thank you.
God, bossy boots.
We got to get the show on the road for the people who
Get the
came
show on the
as we
road.
asked them to, so we just got to remove you.
Oh, well, we'll listen to this meeting. I'll try not to stop. We
get
might actually
removed, you'll
speed
just
this
have
up
to find out
halfway
from
through.
your upline.
But I want to broadcast this because everyone's looking for an update. And this is definitely an update. This is an update where your money's gone nowhere. And all the leaders are now crying, that's the same as you. It happened to me. I got scammed.
Oh, okay, Edward, that's you on. Okay, I got you. All right.
I got you. Mate, Marshonda, she's got you. Don't you worry. She's got you, guys. She's got your money. She got paid to promote this. And now she's telling everyone how to get their money back from being scammed. She's deleted all the videos, washed her hands.
Said, okay, that's it. You got saved by the bell. You was about to get locked out. All right. Thank you so much. Let me just check the list.
Wait, Eric said that make him but I can't find his name. Eric,
I can't do it. Only the host can do that. That's only you can do that.
So, Eric, can you raise your hand? Because I can't find your name.
Yeah, lower the hands for the other people.
There's still some people in
Please
here with iPhone numbers,
rename
though.
yourselves.
Okay, I see it. Is it E Brown? Yeah. Wait, hold on. Man, this thing's moving so fast.
Certainly is.
I know the list is going very fast.
So we've
Okay,
got a
we have
full
a
list of
whole bunch of
everyone's
Chinese
names in
writing.
the meeting now.
Please put your
It's right in
American
front of
name in
me.
there. And then we got a 323 phone number and a 702. Oh, they called in on the phone. Okay, never mind on those. They got you. You called in from the phone. That's why. Okay. I
Right.
think we're as clean as we could be.
There's a bunch of people still in the waiting room.
A bunch of Chinese writing.
Oh, that's racist, isn't
Okay.
it?
All right, guys. I think we're 7 minutes after the hour. I think it's time to lock the room.
Lock the
You know,
room.
we asked people
I
to
didn't
be
know it was
on
in a
time
locked
to put
room.
their names the right way. So we're going to lock the room as David gets ready to speak.
High security. Failed every time there,
So
Marshonda.
we got one more straggler here.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna look through the list one more time, David, before you start.
As if Danny DeHick's going to use his
I
real
don't know how
name.
you want to do with the Chinese names.
I'm fine to carry on because I know I'm part of the scam. Go and say it, David.
I think our iPhone people are good now.
Now, just
No, we got one.
just to show you something here, guys. This is just to give you a wee bit of an idea. Chrome. Okay, so this is Millernote, right? And this is where we keep all the names of all the people that were in that meeting. So if you want to participate and hang out with these bad associations, all your names. And look, she didn't even get them all. There's still iPhone 58 in here, but we've got enough names. We did notice that Sean Tilley wasn't in there, which is quite good. But if you look at this, you can see these are all the names of the people that have been in here previously. So I just put these nice little list of names over here, and there we go. So these are all the people that we've found participating in Trage Technologies. So it's just ridiculous, really. Anyway, let's go back. We might speed her up. We'll see if we need to. Hey, Bob Job.
iPhone, I don't understand. Please rename yourself or you're going to be removed. I'm giving you 1 minute to rename yourself or you will be removed. Just
1
says
minute.
iPhone.
Oh, well,
Hey,
Simmer in the meeting.
iPhone. I had a guy, Devin, who's been trying to get in, and he has an iPhone, and I told him what to do. But Devin, if that's you, unmute and say something.
Or raise your hand. Just raise your hand. Here, I'll ask him to unmute. iPhone.
I hope he knows how to do that.
This is like
I just sent him an ask.
absolutely crazy, isn't it?
Come on his phone,
This is
on his
their way
screen.
Oh, okay.
of keeping things
He should be
going.
able to say his name.
At least
This
stick
is
it.
me, Thomas. Actually, I'm trying to figure out how to rename it here.
Wait a minute, Thomas.
Yes.
Okay, I'll rename you. You go to participants and click on your name and rename you, but you gotta say so. Let me see. Here you are. No, the list
Oh.
keeps moving. That's why. Okay. All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and get started. I think we cleared the room as much as we can. And we're gonna go ahead and lock down the room now. Whoever's in
Okay.
is in. Whoever 83370. Hold on a second. Let me just see who this is.
Really? Is this their security? Is this it? This is how stupid it is. I mean, you've got Muppets running the show, haven't you? Which is just ridiculous.
Okay. 8337. I'm gonna ask you to unmute. You done came in on two devices here. Can you please unmute and tell me who you are?
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
837770. Please unmute and tell us who you are. Are you going to be removed, please?
Oh, get removed by the cow. It's ridiculous, eh, Bob?
837770. You're holding up the whole entire room.
Well, I don't blame them.
Okay. They're going to be removed again.
Oh, okay. We'll be naughty boys. I'm trying to put my my new thing on. Look at this. Have I got this working? Subscribe. Look at that. Hey, look at that. Woo, 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 woo. And look, I've even got this one.
All right, guys.
Let's see if I can get this one working. Oh, my dump truck's not working. It'll come back in a second. You watch. Dump truck. Where's my dump
All right, David, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you. I'm going to just go ahead and lock the room.
There's still one with Chinese characters.
truck? Oh, no.
Okay, we asked the people with Chinese characters to change your name, and you haven't done that. We're going to go ahead and remove you as well. I don't get it. We're trying to be respectful here. Give
You're
you
trying to
time
be
do that,
respectful.
and you're still not adhering to it. So all the Chinese character ones are going to be removed as well. We asked you to
Oh, poor
change your name, and
Chinese.
you haven't done so.
Freaking hilarious. So I've got some fun things which I've been working on, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute while we're waiting for this
I don't
to happen.
understand it.
What are we going? We're going to go make online only, make available offline.
Okay, Dave, I'm removing them. You
Hey,
wanna
so this
go
is
ahead and get started for
Honda's
those that have come on
new
time
room.
and done what we've
Let's
asked
see if we
them to
can.
do. Those people are being removed. They didn't want to change their name
I'm
to
just going to
English
clean my window
names.
screen.
Zoom user, you got 1 second to rename yourself, or you're going to be removed as well. Zoom user.
Okay,
Okay.
the first session, it took us almost 20 minutes to clear the room and all this, and this time we're not gonna, waste everyone's time to do all of that.
Whoops,
So
clean my window screen.
in 1 minute, if nothing else, we'll lock up the room and we'll just get going. And by the way, this is Kojo's line, so
Do that again, eh?
I had
Here we
to.
go.
So
That's
you'll see my
better.
name on it, but Kojo's
Just clean the screen. Get rid of that dirt from Marshonda. I've got more of those coming up. I've got 4 more. I'm just figuring out how to get them working.
Okay.
This one's quite good too.
Zoom user.
Have to make that green.
Go ahead, Dave. I'm just removing these people. Go ahead. Let's get started. We can't hold it up forever. These people
Okay.
don't follow the rules.
That's my jail.
I want to thank everyone for coming. What we're going to be doing is the reason why we're setting this up twice today is just to get you up to speed. There was a leaders call with Simon, and we recorded it with a bunch of questions and stuff. What I'd like all of you to do is get out a piece of paper and a pen. Need you to, we're going to play this recording. You're going to listen to the questions and the answers, jot down notes, and formulate any questions that you may have that haven't been answered. We still have a Zoom user in here, Marshonda, with unmuted.
No.
So jot down your notes and everything. What we're planning on doing is.
I asked Zoom user to unmute to tell me who they are. Zoom user.
Oh, I think I got the wrong truck.
Okay, they're going to be out.
Okay.
Oh, poor person.
We have an Excel sheet that we put together, and there will be a link to that Excel sheet. So jot down notes and everything. Any questions that you still have and all that, we'd like you to put it on that Excel sheet. And then what we're going to do is we're not going to share that with Simon. We're going to have another call with Simon live on the call, answer those questions, and then possibly open up for a couple more questions if people need to ask. But he's going to come on and he's going to address the whole community, not just the leaders. Okay. So this is why we're doing this, so that you can at least listen to the questions and answers for now.
Okay.
And then just jot down some notes and put them together.
Yeah, we're
going to do that.
Rang Marshonda, but she won't answer the call.
Fill out the Excel sheet and everything.
And I was ringing David as well. I think I've got David's phone number.
And then we'll set up another big call where Simon can address the whole community. All right, are we ready?
We're ready, man. Let's bring it on. Let's listen to this private meeting that everyone was so.
Yes, we're ready. Go for it.
Important about, stopping.
What I wanted to do is go through the questions. You can answer them real quick, and then we'll open it up for a couple of people to ask a question, and then we'll close it out. This way, we'll speed up the whole meeting.
Yeah, that's fine.
Welcome, everyone. I can go ahead and share my screen. So, Simon, there's a list of questions, and Simon's
already probably started another scam.
A different way. I try to put them together as much as I can and everything, but we'll just go through them. You answer them as
Carl
best as you
Miller,
can,
was he in
and
there?
then we'll open it up for a couple of people to ask questions. Thank you, Simon, for
No
jumping on
way.
to be with us tonight. We'll start with what caused the prolonged downtime and inaccessibility of the
No,
website for
Caroline,
clients,
we've
and
got,
what
there's
is the
no Carl
status
Miller
of
in
the
there.
resolution efforts?
Okay, give me one minute. Hold on.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, I'm back. All right. Okay, so let's address this question. What caused the prolonged downtime and inaccessibility of the website?
Good
All
question,
right. So
Simon.
initially, when the website went down, we were told that it had an unauthorized access, and the website was taken down to cover this security loophole. Okay, there was
Bullshit.
an emergency maintenance that was supposed to be done on the servers. Okay. Now, when the website went down, it was supposed to go down for a maximum of 6 hours. Okay, that was the
Okay.
news that I received. Now, when that happened, me and the rest of the company, we were in Korea. Me, Don, and of course Jason as well. We were in the
Okay.
middle of
Well, the stories are going to be good on this
Korea
one.
event when the servers went offline. Now, that was in the afternoon Korean time when it went down. Now, in the
And they claim to have multiple servers. This is the real dumb thing. And they guarantee that there's no way that they could stop, even if they wanted to, with their server. And apparently their excuse was Hong Kong and US government officials come in and took their server down. A load of bullshit. And this is just lies and lies and lies. There's no truth in this whatsoever. Marshonda Henderson, David Chandler, Steph Tinley, whatever his name is, and also Simon Lee, obviously, are all the people that are promoting. They would have been paid by these people, and now they have been probably paid to do an exit strategy so they can keep the community whole, so they can scam them again the next thing. Marshonda has already started promoting educational programs where she claims that you can turn $50 into $500 in a few weeks if you sign up for an educational program. The educational program gives her a commission every time somebody signs up. These are bottom feeders. All these people that promote these Ponzi schemes and these scams claim that you'll be rich if you follow their leadership. None of them are rich themselves.
evening, when we did not receive news from the IT team about the updates of the ongoing maintenance, we tried to contact the company. Okay. Now, when the company was not contactable at the point, okay, we thought we would try again later in the night. When that didn't happen, okay, that was when we realized that something was going on. Okay, and this question, there really was no
that's
resolution
better.
to the maintenance. Okay, information that we had. Okay, even now. We are trying to get in touch with the company, and the company has been avoiding us. And you know, as much as we do not want to recognize that this has happened, okay, but it's the fact of the matter. And you know, it's
like
pretty
that dump truck,
unfortunate. At this point, me and the rest of the directors were going against the company, and we'll see if we are able to have a resolution. I hope we do have a resolution, okay, because this was too sudden, and see if we have access to the system at all in the near future. Okay. Now, the next question, okay, actually links to what I want to say.
I don't want to be here with these other criminals.
When can clients expect full access to their accounts and funds? So this is the second question, okay, which links to what I'm about to say next. Okay. What I do know is that the authorities have access to one of our servers. Okay, I do not know which server it is because we have several servers around the world.
I'm going to speed this up a little bit.
That they have one.
I hope you understand.
Of our servers. Okay, and again, I do not know which one because
I'm just going to make it a little bit faster.
Have information as to the location of the servers. Okay, I know we have servers around the world, but I do not know where, which location. Okay, and I do know that the authorities have access to one of them. The chances of the website coming back online is pretty minimal at this point. Okay, we are hoping that at least there will be some explanation given. But seeing as to the authorities have access to one of our servers physically, I think at this point the website will not come back online. The chances are very minimal.
How stupid. Even insinuating that these servers are going to come back online. I mean, they've all been scammed. All the money's been taken off, probably gone towards helping building compounds of human trafficking, they would have all taken the money, and the money is all gone. And then we've got that Sean Tilley guy who keeps telling people that they're still doing trading and your money's safe, and I've got proof of that. And where's he gone now? He gone nowhere.
Okay, and now this is in the hands of the authorities. Okay. The third question: what is the estimated timeline for the complete restoration of services, including website functionality and access to client accounts? Okay, again, this question is linked to question 2. Since the service is physically in the authorities' hands, we don't think we can have access to it anymore at this point until they complete their investigation. There is no timeline at this point.
Who the hell's doing an investigation on this? There's no proof of any investigation. This is just bullshit.
The restoration of the website guaranteed? No. Are there challenges that might delay or prevent it from happening? Yes. Like I said, again, one of the servers is with the authorities right now, and we are not able to have access to it at this point because me, being the global marketing director, I'm on their payroll, but I do not have access to the system. Okay, my role was completely client facing, and I do not have that kind of access even during my time as global marketing director. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Are there any remaining technical or regulatory challenges preventing website functionality and access to our accounts? Yes. Okay, so there is no technical challenges at this point because the website is taken offline, and regulatory challenges. Yes, one of the servers is held by the authorities, so we do not have access to that
What
server.
authorities?
Okay? Let's see. Have there been any losses, breaches, or errors in handling clients' transfer information during the website outage? Okay, during the point where it went offline, there has, to my knowledge, okay, there was no loss, there was no breach. But the reason why the website got taken offline was because there was an unauthorized access. Now, I do not know if that constitutes a breach into the system itself. But what I do know is that there was unauthorized access. That this was the reason given to me by the IT team. Errors in handling client funds, I don't think so. During my time, the last time I checked the accounts, finance department, okay, during that time, there was no information given to me in regards to any errors in the fund itself. Can you confirm that all client investment funds are secure and unaffected?
Here we go.
This downtime? Again, unfortunately, I cannot confirm this.
He cannot confirm if your money's safe. All your money's gone, kiddies. No, don't worry. We'll get someone like Rory Canatra who do a class action lawsuit against the company that doesn't exist, that's in the Marshall Islands. Is that where they were? I mean, come on. You want your money back and you've lost all your money? All these sad faces in the room, the 400 people in the room are all going, I got ripped off. I didn't listen to the crypto Ponzi scheme Avenger, did I? No, I got ripped off. They took my money.
I hope that the funds are secure, but I cannot give a solid answer at this point, unfortunately, as to the security of the funds. Okay. Now, what measures are currently in place to expedite the restoration process? Okay, again, this.
Well, we're selling toilet paper at a discounted rate in case it gives you the shits.
Will have to depend on how fast the authorities resolve their investigation process. Okay. I know a lot of people want to have details of this, but unfortunately, I cannot tell you because I do not have the information.
He's lost $500,000, this guy. Was it $250,000? Yeah. I don't know. That's probably his commissions as well.
What I can tell you is that I was contacted by my own authorities. I'm from Hong Kong. Okay. I have given the documents that they have requested for. What I do know is that...
Actually, it's a very good thing you just said there, George. They should sue Marshonda Henderson because we've got her home address, we've got her phone numbers, we've got everything about her. If you want to sue Marshonda Henderson for promoting you into this project, since she's not a regulated financial advisor, by all means, let us know and we'll give you her contact details. We have her contact details, so we can pass them on to you. No problem. Free, actually. I've got a photo of her house on the internet there. She asked me to blur it out, so I had to blur it out. But I've still got the house and the address where she lives.
There were 2 foreign officers, okay, that these documents were submitted to, okay, and I do not know which agency these 2 foreign officials belong to. Okay, now when I requested that information, this information was not given to me. Again, I'm still right now trying to find out who these people are.
Is
okay, so
he loud enough, Mr. Lee?
I do know that they are authorities because I was submitting my documents, whatever I had, to the Hong Kong authorities. Okay, and these 2 foreign officials were working with them. Okay, so I do know that they are authorities, but I do not know which agency they belong to. Okay, so are there plans to compensate clients for the inconvenience or potential losses caused by inaccessibility? Okay, so again, this is pending the closure of the investigation. Again, I'm on their payroll. Okay, now I do not know if there is any contingency plan in place by the company at this point, okay, and I do hope there is, because me also, I do have funds in the system, okay, and I do know that there are some people who lost a lot, okay, in terms of the funds
I
that
lost
they
a
have
lot.
in the system. Some of them amount to 5 or 6 figures. Me personally, I have over $250,000 US in the system itself, so I'm hoping for a resolution on that as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is
who
when
is
I
responsible for
got in
overseeing the
here. I'm going to
restoration of
make
the website
myself
and ensuring
disappear a wee bit
publicity
so
for
you
this
can see
issue?
these
Okay,
people
so
a bit better.
when the
I'll put
investigation
myself
is
over the other
completed,
side,
okay,
okay?
and assuming that everything goes well, the IT is supposed to restore the website, okay, but again, it seems to me at this point that everything is very minimal, so I would not speculate at this point, okay? So we need to be aware that right now we do not have any access to the servers at all at this point, okay? Will a
Okay.
formal investigation or audit
Oh, I
be
can't seem to
conducted
move
to
it.
identify what went wrong and who is accountable? Yes, okay, so this has already begun, okay, but again, I'm not able to release this information because I do not have this information, okay? Now,
I
a
do
lot of
not
people
have
think
this
that I do,
information.
but I truly do not. Again, even if
Whoop.
I had the information, I'm not at liberty to release this information. Just like how, if you request for information on any investigation to
This is when I was grabbing everyone's names in the group. So if you've used your real names, you'll be in my name and shame list, won't you?
Okay, because we are all involved. So I'm hoping that this will change in the near future. But again, the formal investigation has already done. Okay, and an audit also
Formal
has already done.
investigation. Tell us more about the
Specific
formal
actions are being
investigation,
implemented to
Noddy.
ensure this kind of
What a
situation
load
does
of
not occur
rubbish.
again. Okay, so we need to ensure that the previous few steps above are already rectified before we can even begin to take these specific actions. Okay, so if the steps before have not been completed, we cannot reach these specific actions being implemented. Okay, so step by step.
ChatGPT's
Are
back.
there
Thank goodness
plans
for
to
that.
improve the website's reliability, security, and overall experience? Yes, assuming that everything goes well. We do hope that this sort of thing do not happen again, but of course we are at this point right now.
Are we
So
hoping that this isn't going to happen again? Definitely won't happen again.
Resolve everything in a smooth way. Will communication be handled better in similar situations moving forward? Yes. Okay. Now, I understand that quite a lot of people tried to reach out to me during the first 2 weeks or first 3 weeks. But again, I actually communicated this to a few leaders before. I was not able to communicate because I was placed on a communication restriction. The reason given to me was
listen to this excuse. This is bullshit on bullshit.
During the document submission process, because they do not want me to manipulate the market, okay, and they want to look at the market as it is during the time when it happened. Okay, so my communication was restricted during the first 2 weeks plus when I was submitting documents to them. Can you commit to periodic updates to keep us informed until the issue is resolved? Yes, so I'll be in contact with the leaders as well. So any information and updates will be disseminated downwards. Are our funds still secure? I do not have information to this. I hope so. Okay, because my
I hope so.
Again, I really do.
Don't think so, Tim.
I do not have this information. If so, did our account continue to grow while offline? I do not have this information as well. When will we have access to our funds? Again, I do not have this information until the entire situation has been resolved. Rumors that Trage clients residing in US and Canada will be removed from the program. Any truth? No. Okay. I know a story that has been going around saying that this is the SEC. You know, the SEC is the one that triggered the whole thing because
this
there
would
were
be
US
good.
clients. Now this is untrue. Okay, this is untrue. US and Canada clients are in the same boat, okay, so to speak, as the rest of the world. Okay, so we are not removing anyone just because of their nationality. Okay, why no communication from corporate? I'm communicating with you right now. Okay, now if you reach out to the other directors, they will also respond to you at this point. Now I do understand that some of us might be on a communication restriction. I just came out of it, which is why now I'm communicating. I cannot say the same for the rest of the directors, but what I do know is they will communicate, okay, because this was when this happened, this also affected us. Okay, we are on the corporate payroll, and when it happened, we were also left in Korea, okay, to deal with it. So we are also going after the company at this point. Okay, now from corporate itself, there is no communication at this point. We're trying to resolve that. We're going after them, and we're trying different ways. Okay, so I would suggest that
how's that going?
Spread too much misinformation at this point, or too
How many times do we tell you guys? Don't invest unless you can
some questions that
eyeball the people behind it.
Questions you cannot answer, please don't. Because one thing we do not want to do is to alert the company, because I do believe that the company is in touch with a few leaders. Now, I do not know who, okay? And we do not want a situation whereby they
So do not contact the leaders to get your money back, because if you do, you might scare them away, because we think they're in contact with some of the leaders and we're listening to a whole lot of leaders. So did they have two lots of leaders, or is this the leadership team that's been given the short straw about coming to you guys and telling you not to do anything? So don't go to the officials. Don't go to the company, because might scare them away.
are aware that we are going after them and they have their defense mechanism up. Okay, so we are trying to fix this problem right now. If the billions that were shown in the arbitrage trade is real, why can't we get our funds that were invested immediately? Again, the server is in the hands of the authorities and everything is offline at this point. Okay, now we do not have any access now. If I do have access, of course, I would access it, but I don't. Okay, who controls that money? Okay, now I do have my own opinions on this. The finance department during that time were also staff members that were on payroll, so I don't think that they control the money. I believe that the financiers behind the company, as well as the CEO, are the real people behind it. Okay,
So
now
he
I
knows
could give
shit
some
all.
names at
That's
this
what he's
point.
really saying, isn't it?
Now, for leaders who are interested, I could give you the names and probably you can do your own research and checks into these people. Okay, will we be able to get our funds that were invested? Again, I cannot say for sure. I really do hope so. But again, we do not have access to this server at this point.
Wow, how do you
Why
feel?
is this happening? The company is registered with the SEC. Okay, so again, I really didn't think that this would happen, but since it does, and now we are under investigation, so I think this question answers itself. Okay, so this thing happened, and now we are under investigation. Even
so if you've lost money to Trage
SEC,
Networks, please
there
do
is no real answer to this because
let
right
us
now we
know.
are already under investigation. Okay,
Let's have a look at the
what way
poll.
forward do we have, if any? Okay, so I
Please
think
do
right now
have a
the
go
best way
answering the poll in
forward,
the chat
okay,
room.
is to cover the losses. All right. Now, I do know that a lot of readers do not like the solution that I'm about to propose. Okay, but to me, at this point, I think personally that this is the best way forward. Okay. Now, while you wait for the resolution of Trage, okay, which may or may not happen, I truly hope it does happen. But if it does not, now the best way forward is to recover that losses. Okay.
Okay.
And I do have a solution that will provide you that recovery. Now, if you are interested, you could approach David or Kojo, who is in this call, I believe. Okay, and they will give you that information. Okay, because I believe that this solution that they have in their hands right now will enable you to have recovery in the shortest period of time. Okay,
Right.
What is Michael Holloway's day-to-day role in this? Okay, so in my personal knowledge, he was the CEO of Trage before, and he is also one of the major shareholders. Okay, so he does have a significant control over the entire company. All right, so my information might be wrong because this was what I was given. Okay, and this was what I saw as well. But again, because this thing happened, I'm questioning every single angle that I can. Now, Michael Holloway is also one of the people which I've been trying to contact, and he's not responding as well.
Really?
Okay, so I'm also
the fake
going
CEO.
after this person. Okay, and hopefully, one of these days he's able to respond. And then
Oh my God! Really?
Okay.
Simon, one last question would be, besides Michael Holloway, what about Graham Gary Hearn? He's the one that signed the or the filed Form D with the SEC. Is he not around? I mean, are you able to reach him?
Yeah, so this Michael Gary Hearn, okay, he's being contacted by the SEC right now, okay, for sure, because this thing happened, okay, and all the information submitted to the SEC is real, okay, because they will do their vetting process, so you can be assured that the information submitted to them is real. Okay, now he's not responding to me, okay, to me, okay, I have to make this, I have to clarify this, he's not responding to me at this point, but I hope that he's responding to the authorities, okay, if not, then
Whoop. Where'd the sound go? Oh, I think I flipped over a speaker.
Okay, great. Those are the questions that I think may have answered a lot. But what we're going to do right now, if the questions have already been answered, please don't ask them again.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and allow Sandra Davis. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
She used to be in part of
me or allowing me to unmute. I would like to ask Mr. Simon Lee. He mentioned that one server was taken over or seized, but we were told one of the securities of Trage is that they have multiple servers on various continents. So if only one was seized, why is the company locked out? What happened to all the other servers that were the backup?
Okay, so I mentioned that I know.
So that's a very good question. You said in your white paper that you had many servers and they were all around the world and we only had one server taken down. So why did all of them go down? Well, that's because it was a scam and you're part of a scam.
Of one server that was seized by the authorities. Okay, I do know that they are in possession of one. This is what I know of. Okay, whether they have possession of the other servers,
I don't know if they've got all the servers because they went on a server hunt. Remember when Chavez from We Are All Satoshi went and waded into the server room up to water up to here to save the server of We Are All Satoshi? It would have been similar to this.
this I do not know. Okay, but for sure, I can say with 100% certainty is that they are in possession of at least one.
That was like Sean Tilley saying with 100% certainty they're still doing arbitrage trading that no one could see in the first place. And he said he knew for sure they're still doing trading and everyone's money was secure. So he knows for sure that one of those servers was actually taken.
Of the servers, okay, that I know of. The other servers in the other locations, I do not know which locations they are because during the time when Trage was still running, okay, no one knows the location of the servers to.
The servers disappeared. They went into the server room and he took the server away and the whole company fell over and everyone lived sad ever after.
Prevent people from accessing them, okay? If one of the servers is now with the authorities, I'm pretty sure that they have tracked down the rest of the.
There's no speculation here, kids.
Servers. Okay, now whether or not they have in their possession the rest of the servers, I do not know. For sure, I know they are in possession of at least one.
Okay, that answers that. Can I ask one more question?
No.
Go ahead, Sandra.
Okay. Mr. Holloway came with a very high military and 15 years.
Of course he did. 15 years. High military background. And now he disappeared. He's going into cover. He'll be wearing camouflage.
In some huge corporate background. Is he
Yeah, in some corporate huge background that no one ever could find.
someone that can be hiding? Why
Ooh.
would someone of your level of employment in the company, Simon, not be able to not just phone but email and see or WhatsApp your communication? I mean, can this gentleman just hide like that?
Yep.
Isn't he?
It doesn't really exist.
You can reach
It was a
Elon
paid
Musk.
actor.
Why can't we reach Michael Holloway?
Because he's a paid actor.
It seems, preposterous.
Hey, all those people that say behind MLM and Oz, he writes articles and then tries to extort money out of people to get the articles removed. Well, that doesn't happen, does it? No, of course it doesn't friggin' happen. That's because everything he predicted in his article come true. And now you guys are crying like foul, going, "Where's my money? I lost my money." I bet you didn't lose any of your money, though. I bet you got your principal out and all the higher profits that you were told to compound. You got lost. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. I just can't get over this shit. Can't make this up.
Okay, the only reason I can think of why he's not responding is probably because he's actively involved in a cover-up. I do not want to use this word casually, but unfortunately, it's the only word I can think of right now.
Oh, it sounds feasible, doesn't it?
If anybody
Cover
is
up.
involved in any active cover-up, these people won't respond. Okay, even to me at this point, we've been trying to call me, Don, Jason. We've been trying to call, but there have been no response at all.
Just ring up Marshonda again,
no
eh?
attempts to get in touch with us at all at this point. So we are going after them, and it's hard because they have stopped contact. In terms of the numbers that we have, okay, some numbers are ringing, some are not. Okay, so we are trying all the ways that we can get in touch with them. Addresses that we have, okay, this was also submitted to the authorities, email accounts that they use. Okay, so everything has already been submitted to the authorities and they're going after them as well as we are. Okay, so as to why he is in such a position and he's not responding, yes, I agree with you, it's preposterous. Okay, but the only logical reason I can think of is he's probably actively involved as well.
Okay, one last question and then I'll allow other people to speak then. In terms of, you say going after, well, since they did file the SEC, the Form D, and they had to disclose certain assets, we were told, to, produce certain assets that were verified, or I don't know if it got to the verification stage with the SEC, but obviously certain contact information would
Trying to
be
out
there with the
Marshonda.
SEC. Have you, or
You don't want to
should
talk to
we
me.
in the US be filing something with the SEC at this point
Let's ring
then?
up.
Because they would certainly have ways of reaching Michael Hearn and Holloway and whoever else are the culprits here.
Yeah, so I cannot advise what you can or cannot do in the US because I'm not a US citizen. So
He's
I
in Hong
might
Kong.
give the wrong info and people might act on it. So I would I'm refraining from giving any suggestions at this
Oh,
point.
that's very
Okay?
wise, mate.
You can consult with
So what the hell are you speaking for? You know nothing.
lawyer if you want. Okay, I would suggest that this is the best way forward to get the correct
Go after
information. Okay,
Marshonda.
don't get your
David
information from
Chandler.
me. Again,
Sean
I'm not
Tilley.
a US citizen. Okay, but what I do know is that the authorities are going after them. Okay, so I
Okay,
would
prove
at
that.
this point not
Idiots.
interfere with the investigation because I do know that
We're not
some
interfering with
leaders,
the
okay,
investigation that's not happening because there's no proof of it.
doing their own actions at this point. I can't I don't know actually what they are doing exactly. Okay, but what I do know is that if you make a wrong move at this point, you might interfere with the investigation. Okay, but
if you're going after your money because you've been
personally,
scammed, you're going to make a wrong
I
move.
don't want to say what you can or cannot do, but please seek advice as
They
to
don't want
your
anyone to
next
go
action
after him.
with your legal advisor. Okay, so this will
The
be
legal
a very
advisor.
smart move at this point.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I was part
Thank
of a
you.
Ponzi scheme and I got ripped
Let's go
off.
ahead and
Can you
get
help me?
Aaron on. Go ahead, Aaron.
Thank you so much.
This guy was
Simon,
good.
we really appreciate you coming on this call. For many of us, this is the first time that many of us have heard you speak outside of a recording. So we do appreciate this level of transparency. This is something that we as the people should have demanded from the beginning. Many of us have not heard that the CEO speak at all, Mr. Holloway. All we know of him is his name and a brief bio, especially in the United States. When you Google him, very limited information has
No
always
digital
come
footprints.
up, and that was
Red
a red
flag.
flag and should have been a bigger red flag in our minds. Most of us who have been in the business from the earlier stages remember that we had another CEO in this business. I remember me hearing the presentation for the very first time.
All the CEOs don't
Michael
real.
Holloway wasn't the CEO at that time.
Stephen Reese Lewis.
Michael Holloway wasn't a name that I even had ever heard of. It was another gentleman, and behind MLM put out an article.
Now listen to this. He's going to talk about behind MLM, and Mr. Holloway and the company in the Maldives, well, Marshall Islands, and how he was already been investigated by SEC. And when we showed everyone that before the scheme fell over, everyone here, so don't trust what you read in behind MLM, even though they had government sanctions against the, I don't know what you call it, sister company to watch was allegedly owned this. So this is all bullshit. Hey, if you're watching this, please do what what all the subscribers like. Please do like and subscribe. I see there's a few people watching our live. So please do like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It would be much appreciated. And also, the other thing I'd like you to do, which would be really good, there's a poll in the chat room of YouTube. So if you're watching this on Twitter, whatever you're watching it on, please jump into my YouTube channel and go to do the poll. Only 3 people have voted, and we've got 20 people watching in the live. So go do it, and that would be much appreciated. That will keep the wolves away from the door.
That suggests that CEO, I forget his name right now, many people may know it on this call, but he was a fraud and a paid actor. And, we kind of swept some of those things under the rug because we wanted to build a business and change our lives and do things.
That's what you
but
promised.
He is now gone. But you and others were mentioned as a part of the leadership team.
That's
that was
right.
presented on the presentation, on every presentation. Had you ever met the original gentleman?
Right, he has to say yes.
Where is he today? What was his involvement in this?
Mm,
Since you
it's gone
guys were
fishing.
presented as the leaders, we would just think and speculate that you know more than
That's
the
right.
average person. And
Average
although
beer.
we do thank you for your level of transparency here today, many of us, and I'm probably speaking for a lot of us on this call, are wondering what is the angle of your real involvement? Is it simply just as an employee, or were you somebody who was involved in another level designed to to kind of sweep things under the rug now. I mean, there's a lot of people
That's
that are
right.
hurt. So I hope you can understand the level of skepticism, of pain. I know
Oh,
me, I got involved at a very high level. I started bringing a lot of money to the platform.
Hi, Aaron.
yeah, shut
I'm
the
sorry to
up.
cut you off there. Could we get to
Yeah.
the question because I still have like
Well,
eight. Yeah.
all of these are questions in between here. So I
Well,
hope he could just speak to a lot of the questions that have already been asked. What is your level of involvement? What was your level with the knowledge of the previous CEO?
He's going
All
to
of
tell
those
you
were
that.
questions along. It wasn't just a long red session, but there was questions in there. I hope that we picked up on. So I'll give opportunity for him to explain.
thank you.
Okay, so let me address your points one by one. Okay, a lot of leaders thinks okay that I'm part of the overall upper management. Okay, I
Yes.
was before. Okay, but under
Did you get fired?
as an employee of the company. Okay,
He said
now
this last scam, didn't he?
Mike, the name you're looking for is Michael Hearn. Okay, he was the previous CEO. Okay, to answer your question, I met him personally. Okay, as well as the second CEO, Mike Holloway. I've met both of them personally, and a lot of people have actually heard the second person speak face to face. Okay, have you?
I mean, how stupid is it? You meet the first CEO who's got accolades coming out his earballs, 15-year military service, perhaps that was one of them. Anyway, and then all of a sudden, they build this company and this empire and this amazing thing. And then they sell the company to somebody else, or they appoint somebody else to be the head honcho? Just switch out the cookies like that? Of course you don't. It's all bringing stage. I mean, look at Stephen Reese Lewis, $1.9 billion scam, and he was the CEO of Hypervash. And now we found out he's a paid actor living in Thailand doing sports presentations on their local stuff. And he got paid $5,000 and got a suit and cheap pair of shoes thrown in for his fake CEO efforts. And then we had, what was the one, the Dumber and Dumber, Mike and Donaldson and Mike Lucas were promoting. And we had, I can't remember, but we found out that the CEO was a German-born Nigerian B-grade actor, and he was claiming to be, I've got something, Aquamarine Club, and it was another fake CEO. And then there's fake CEOs every time, and every time we see a new Ponzi scheme and scam that comes out, you guys all go, "Oh, the CEO is really clever." You have no idea of even how to find the CEO at all, CEO, because he doesn't have a digital footprint. Now, these two CEOs here, no digital footprints, gone into hiding. What's the point of listening to anyone that tells you that this company has an amazing CEO? When do you guys not sharpen up? All you see and hear is people who are promoting this getting paid commissions, and you want to be like them. So you go and you put your money down on the table and think you're going to be like the guys that are promoting it. They get paid to promote these. Marshonda Henderson would have received money to build a community around this. And she'll go, "Oh, no, I didn't. I'm poor." Hey, well, why is she poor? She's been doing this for years. She just wants to help people in her community. And then you got David Chandler, who was promoting Novatech, Hyperverse. I think he was promoting We Global. Sam Lee's babies. Here he is. He's burned his bridge with Sam Lee, and there he is promoting, other platforms that he produced. And then he's tied up with the Satoshi Show, and you've got Troy, and you've got Marcus, and then you've got David, and then they tell people to diversify between scams so you don't get bitten. I mean, how much CEO bullshit do you guys need to listen to? You wake up, all you see is dollar signs, and you fork out all this money, make a little bit of money, but you never get what you put in back because you have been told to recruit, because it's all multi-level marketing. That's what you do. You're all involved in multi-level marketing because you get paid if you refer your friends and family into it. These schemes are relationship crushers. They destroy families. And you don't even know where your money gone. 91 million is meant to be brought on, I've heard, through the doors of Trage Network. Where's the money gone? The money's probably gone off to help build human trafficking, what are they called, compounds, so that they can produce more scams. How do we know that Chavis from We Are All Satoshi isn't actually held under juries? People like Sam Lee, is he the creator? No, he's not the creator. He's just a puppet. He works for the Chinese mafia cartel type networks, told what to do or tortured. But these guys have probably climbed up the ranks in the human trafficking compounds. And now they're allowed to go out in the real community and run scams for a living. Who knows? This is a criminal cartel network of scams that we're promoting by listening to the bullshit of these people like Simon Lee. How do we know Simon Lee's real? How do we know that's the real Simon Lee? I thought he had... and why is Simon Lee and Sam Lee so close together? I don't know. Let's carry on.
I met him, took photos with him. Okay, the first CEO was active during the early days of the company. Okay, and then he...
Look, Bob, George, there's no point telling me to ring up people when I've been doing it. I've already rang up Marshonda. She's not answering her phone, so I don't know what the point of keep on ringing somebody who doesn't answer their phone. And also I rang up Sean Tilley. He doesn't answer his phone either, but I did send them a link to our live, so they're probably watching us right now, freaking out, pissing their pants.
Passed on the position to Mike Holloway after he got promoted to chairman of the board. The previous CEO got promoted to the chairman of the board. Okay, and he appointed a new CEO to stand in for him as the chief executive officer. Okay, so Mike Holloway is the one, okay, that people have spoken to personally, face to face. Not only me, a lot of leaders have during I believe 3 events. Okay, 3 events. He appeared and people spoke to him personally, got his contact number and stuff like that. Okay, so as to whether I'm part of the overall people in control, unfortunately, I am not. I operated as an employee during that time at a high level. Okay, so I do have certain access to the company during my time. Okay, but not to the system, not to the funds. Okay, because I was not allowed to. My role was purely market facing. Okay, so I was supposed to face the market. Now, as to these people not responding at this time.
Just a second ago there, I had the screen up. Now, really seriously, guys, if you want to be big girls and big boys, put your big trousers and your big knickers on and go after Marshonda, David Chandler, Sean Tilley, and Simon Lee. These are the guys that stole your money. These are the guys that get paid to do the exit strategies. These are the guys behind it all. They'll deny it, and if you want to believe them, then you shouldn't have believed them in the first place. And why are they all promoting other Ponzi schemes right now? Because this is what they do for a living.
Okay, now it's quite obvious, right, that right now if you contact me or Don or Jason, they are responding. Okay, as far as I know. Okay, I cannot say for sure. Some people might say that they are not responding, so I cannot answer to that.
Okay.
But what I do know is that they are responding, so you can try to reach out to them as well. Okay, and they will respond to you. Likewise with me. Okay, so it doesn't. Some leaders think that I'm in a control position. Okay, you know, I don't want to say this, but if I'm in a control position and I'm now speaking to the people, why would I do that? You know, why am I still here? You know, why am I still here talking? You know, I'm supposed to face the market during my time as the global marketing director, and I'm still doing it now. Okay, even though the company has already reached this point, right? I'm still talking to the market and the people, the real people.
You couldn't
that
clean
are
my
supposed
screen, could you?
to come out. They're not coming out, right? And I'm trying to reach out to them and hope that they come out. You know,
Thanks.
sometime in the near
Back under
future.
the desk.
So whatever information that we have at this point, unfortunately, we just have to work with it. Okay, what we have, we just have to work with it until we have more. This is where we're at right now.
Thank you. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. But, folks, we understand, okay, that people put funds in. We understand. This is why we want to do this. We want to be able.
Bob, ring what number on the meeting? Ring up number on the meeting. It's just, you have to use your words properly.
There's a lot of people hurt, a lot of people. We understand all that. So if we could just keep it to just questions so that we can kind of just move things along, that would be really, really thankful. Okay. The next person would be Janet. Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mickey Mouse's turn to speak. Right, Bob, answer your phone. Don't know if you can hear Bob. Bob keeps telling me to ring up number on screen. So I'm ringing up Bob. Bob. Phone number.
Phone numbers.
What phone numbers?
Ones that are the usernames.
Oh, right. There's only a few of them anyway.
Oh, yeah.
because she told us to clean up the act. There's a couple, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4. But I don't know. They like oh, we could do a few. Did you get the numbers off the screen, or do you want me to do it?
Oh, you can get it. I didn't get them.
I don't even know if
down, but
I don't even know if anyone can hear you talking right now. But that's the problem I've got, you see, because my phone sound doesn't actually go through. So people think I'm sitting here waiting, and it's not really what I'm doing. I'm actually listening to a recording. You see?
I didn't get them. I don't even know.
Oh, I can hear you. Can I hear you?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah, you can. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because it doesn't work sometimes. So there's one phone number there for us to ring. And we did find another one. Somebody had a phone number called iPhone 58. But isn't it funny that they got everyone to put their real names on, and then at the very end of this meeting, they tell everyone to be careful. We're trying to protect you, and so we won't stay on here too long. And they've had an hour and a friggin' whatever. I mean, these people are absolutely mental. Yeah. And I've got an I, and then a phone number. So I'll put that one in the chat room as well. We'll give it a go. But normally what I do is I put these phone numbers in here and I click on them. We have a chat room, in case you're wondering, guys. Bob and I have a chat room where it's just with Bob and I. We put phone numbers and then we click on them and it tells us whether we can message that person on WhatsApp. So the first one we've got, we can chat with the person and it doesn't have a name in it, but we can actually go in there. I'll go back to, and we can give them the link to the meeting that we're in, and then they'll probably come into the meeting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I've done that one. And the second one was a plus. It's had I, but I've taken out the I and I've put oh yeah, that works as well. So now we've got 2 people that were in the meeting with phone numbers. And I'll try ringing one of them while I'm talking to you and see if it works. I'll see if it works. I don't think the sound's going to come through though. I'm using WhatsApp view. I'll see if I can get the sound coming through.
Try ringing them.
Cool. So I've got to get the sound hooked up so everyone else can hear it. If it does, I can. Hold it. USB microphone. Use system settings speaker. Oh no, it should work. All right. I'll try ringing them. All right. See if we can ring them. So I've got 2 people here that were in the meeting, and we'll ring them. Here we go. And we'll see if they are involved. Oh, engage signal. Don't want to talk to Danny boy. I'm going to do a video call then. No, that tells you a lot, doesn't it? All right. So now we go to the next one. So that was the one that ended with 28. This one here. United States add. I'll just try ringing it and see what happens. I'll say that you were in a meeting earlier today. I'll say this is sect. I'm calling from Danny. See if you can hear that. Can you hear that, Bob? Afternoon, Kathy. Nice to see you in there. Cancel. I'm ringing up somebody that was in this meeting that we recorded to see if they answer their phone.
Hello.
Yeah, g'day. How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. I noticed that you were in a Trage Technology meeting this afternoon. And I was just wondering.
Yeah, yes, I was.
Yeah, and have you invested much money in that?
Not like I hear, not as much as everybody else did. I'm kind of glad that I didn't do as much as I wanted to, but yeah, I had quite a bit.
What's quite a bit, mate?
A little bit, well, more than what I could afford.
Isn't that always the way? Have you invested in other things in the past?
Not with them. I actually I went in it with it. My friend told me to get with them, and he mentioned they were good and whatnot. So I blindly went in it against honestly my own will.
Yeah.
I knew better, but I just took my friend's word and whatnot, and he sold me on it.
And
are you a member as well, or
no? I'm like a kind of more like an investigative journalist, to be honest.
okay.
Yeah, and I sort of like Marshonda Henderson. I mean, she's been promoting it, telling everyone it's the best thing since sliced bread. And then you've got David Chandler as well, and now they're crying foul. You know, even Simon Lee and all these people, and they're basically saying they were heavily invested as well. And it's just another, you know. And then if you look at the history of those people I just mentioned, they've all been promoting multiple like-minded opportunities, and everyone's lost the money, and it's just another rinse and repeat.
Exactly. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, pretty much. But if you saying you're a journalist, how did you get in there into the chat or even get my number?
Well, you had your number displayed on the screen.
No, yeah, oh yeah, I figured that, but
Yeah.
you were in there as well.
Oh well, we chase down these people. Danny DeHeck's my name. So have you heard of me?
No, not at all.
Okay. What about the crypto Ponzi scheme Avenger?
I've seen that. Yes.
Yeah. So that's me, and I run a YouTube channel, and I've been chasing Marshonda Henderson for a long time. And David Chandler, I've been following him since he's been promoting We Are All Satoshi, Novatech FX. And these guys are professionals. Like the chances of them actually receiving money to run the scheme is extremely high. And that's what these scam companies do. They employ these people to get their communities. They tell everyone how it's the best thing since sliced bread. Then, like you just said, that your friend introduced you to it. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's how they all work. And now you don't want to tell me your friend's name because you want to protect your friend because he's in the same boat as you. And 99% of the time, it's exactly the same. And out of politeness, you sit here and you let these scammers dictate to you whether and how they're going to get the money back. But what you should be doing is dobbing your friend into the local police station for giving you financial advice when he's not a regulated financial advisor.
No. I figured, you know what? If I didn't have the money to invest, I wouldn't have. I mean, if I haven't had the chance to lose it, or if I couldn't have lost it, I wouldn't have invested anyway. You know what I mean? If it was going to hurt that much, but
I bet it hurts.
yes, it does. It hurt
Yeah.
when you work hard for your money. Damn straight. Yes, it does.
Yeah. And what line of work were you in? What sort of what line of work were you in? Like, are you retired or you're still working or?
Oh no, I do side work here and there.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had phone calls from people who've put $5 million into schemes like this, and they've, I chase down people like this all day long, and
I
yeah.
was telling my friend about that. The communication or when I went into WebEx before I got kicked off, there was a lot of people from everywhere, and it's crazy how they still have you lingering around.
Yeah. And what community were you part of? Mars Hondas or David Chandler's or Sean Tilley's, or who was your?
Neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much you invested, mate? Go on, tell me. I always like to hear this. I'll block my ears.
You pop your ears? No, not enough. Not enough for me to be hurting.
All right.
Not like with the stories I hear that some people have 170,000, 200,000. Some people have a lot more, but no, not enough. Not enough to be hurting, but enough to still communicate with these people to have any type of hope to have money still left over.
Yeah. Oh no, I feel for you, but I mean, so are you do you invest in crypto, or are you looking for another similar opportunity to this? Because I can tell you some sad stories if you let me.
No, yeah, feel free. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do this for a living. I've been doing this for 3 years. 60 to 80% of the people like I talk to, like yourself, will actually look for another opportunity and reinvest in another like-minded opportunity, hoping they can trade their way out of it.
Yeah.
Is that tempting to you?
No, not me. No, I just kept my investments with property retail. I mean, homes. And no, I just figured again, if it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah. And like over 50% of the money that you paid into this went to the leaders.
Yeah. I kind of figured that. I figured somebody was laundering some kind of money.
Yeah. So I just I was invited to go to the Global Financial Crime Summit in Australia I'm a New Zealander.
Uh-huh.
And there was 150 different delegates at the meeting. And they were from, the chief commanders of the Philippines, Cambodia. We had special agents from America. We had the United Nations there. And I was invited to go there myself. And you know that the money that you've put into this would probably more than likely gone off to actually building human trafficking compounds. And they have people working there under jurors, because you don't know where your money's really gone, but they run and they use these scams. All the software that they run to run these scams are all built out of these human trafficking compounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we've got photos. I've got photos of I've got a 106-page PDF that went to the United Nations. The person that wrote that PDF corresponds with me directly, and asked me for leads because there was a guy called Ryan Jew, Sam Lee, who's just been he was detained in Dubai for running Hyperverse, which is a $1.9 billion scam. These guys are connected to these people running these human trafficking compounds, so it's very real. David Chandler, the guy that was in that meeting that you was just in, he's been heavily involved with Sam Lee in the past with another guy called Troy and Marcus. You've got the two what we call Dumb and Dumber, which is Mike Donaldson and Mike Lucas. And these guys, all these guys' names, I don't know if you know them or hear of them, but your mate that you introduced you to may have. They're all closely knit together. And Marshonda Henderson, she's not innocent here. She's not a victim. She's already promoting another educational scam where telling people they put $50 and they're going to get $500 back. So she's been promoting another one called Export Run, which is a pump and dump meme coin. They just do,
That sounds familiar. That sounds very familiar.
Yeah. So it's sad for me because I can't get people to stand up and fight against it. We want people to become what we call Avengers, report, tip off. You've got my number there. Text me any links to any Zoom meetings, because we want to, we want to stop this. And at the moment, we've tracked $350 million in We Are All Satoshi Boomerang licenses all been sold in the last 18 months. And we watched it just disappear off the blockchain, goes off into Binance. No one ever sees it again.
No way.
So it's a big criminal cartel-style network. We don't know who's behind it all. We have our suspicions. But at the end of the day, people like yourself help fund these people. So, if you want to talk about it, if you're depressed and you're down and out about it, text us. We've got a network of people who look after each other. But just please don't invest in another one of these scams. Just go buy some crypto directly off Binance.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate the call, and I do appreciate the empathy. Anyways, it's understandable.
Yep.
It's crazy how much people are scammed and what these people are using the money for, but it's understandable.
Yeah. Who was your mate that introduced you to it?
What's that?
Who was your mate that introduced you to it?
It was a good friend. Good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, monitor him. Check me out on YouTube anyway, mate. I'll send you the link. But appreciate your phone call.
Not a problem. You have yourself a great day. Thank you.
Bye, mate. See you, dude.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
It's pretty hard to grill somebody, but that's the typical, isn't it? You've got Mickey Mouse on the screen here, somebody's avatar. But the reality is we've got a guy who I've just randomly called off the internet and invested far too much money than he can afford to lose. He said that at the start of the conversation. He's based in the United States. His number is +1 323 is the start of his number. I'm going to add him into the contacts, and we could probably search for his phone number. Bob will do it. Do a search on his phone number, Bob, and see whether you can find that guy's phone number listed. He said he does odd jobs. He's probably like a handyman or something. Yeah, so I mean, this is not abnormal. I mean, everybody keeps their mouth shut, don't they? Because their friend got them into it. I mean, really, you can't get any better than that phone call, really. That's just a typical person. One of the 400 people that were in this meeting are politely keeping their mouth shut, observing from a distance, going, should we complain? Well, too right, you should. And I'm going to tell you, this is what you need to do. Right now, you need to actually make a complaint. Whatever country you are in, I'll just see if I've got the right screen when I click this button. Probably not. I have. That's Marshonda there. She's that lady. So what you do is you go to my website. Now, if you go to my website, right, you click on the homepage, you'll see yeah, I know, but he wouldn't tell me. I knew he wouldn't tell me, Bob. Bob's trying to find out this downline because we like to link these things together. But go to the homepage of my website and you'll see Trage breaking news. I've set up a blog about this very live that I'm doing right now. You can also comment in the comment section below this and tell us if you've been lost. I've got surprisingly enough, I've got a poll going at the moment and only 4 votes so far. So make sure I don't know if my poll's very good. You've been scammed by Trage Network. Next time, I'll check Yelp. Okay. Fool me once, shame on me. I'll stick to scratch tickets. No wonder, it's not a very good poll. I asked, I don't know if you know, but ChatGPT's been down all afternoon. So I've had to use X's AI to write my description. But anyway, in the middle of my blog here, we've got how to report cyber crimes. And in here, we've got a guide. The United States, Australia, Brazil, Europe, India, New Zealand, South Africa, United Kingdom, UAE, Vietnam. And there's tips and articles in here, call lines. We've even got places that you can call. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know I had that. English. I just wonder if that actually takes off to where it should do. Yeah, I think that was meant to be chat. I'm just curious now whether that link is need fixing. But my point is, I'm actually going to grab that and see if that actually has a chat feature because I think you can go to Binance and chat. You had to use Cork. Is it Cork? I don't even know what it's called. Why do they give these stupid AI programs such a yeah, so there's Binance support. You can go there and say that my money, follow the money. I mean, following crypto is actually quite an amazing thing to do. We follow the crypto. We can show you, money like the fund controller for We Are All Satoshi. We've watched $350 million come and go from this very network here, and now it's got $73 left in it. We can do this all day long. We go do a Tron scan, and people go to us, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." Well, we do know what we're talking about. Right here is $7.2 million. Now that's not the only money. It's got 1 cent in this wallet, right? And you come down to here, and you can see that this has got $7.2 million have been lifted off and went off to Binance. We watched it come in, 2.2, 2.4, $2.5 million come in. We tracked the money as it was crypto laundered on the internet. They moved it around $10,000 lots. So we go and we watch that. So if we went to Polygon, and I went back to, I think it was, I haven't done it for so long. But we can see the money withdrawn of funds. So you go to transfers. Boy, we need crypto G here, don't we? Transfers, and we can see the money being transferred from one exchange to the other, or one crypto wallet to the other, gets washed, and then it all goes crazy. It just goes on and on and on. So don't think you're unique. We'll go back to Mickey Mouse anyway. I don't want to get too far off target, but you get the idea. It's a criminal world out there. It was nice to actually telephone somebody. Thanks for nagging me to do that, Bob. Let's carry on listening.
Thank you, Simon, for coming on. So this is my question. You continuously say why we're under investigation, but there's failure to communicate. What exactly is being investigated and why?
Okay, so number one, the website went down and people no longer have access to their.
So this thing about what this lady said, what exactly has been investigated? Now, nothing's been investigated, and this is all just total bullshit. So she's confronted him and actually asked him what has been investigated, and this is his answer.
So this is for sure under investigation. Like I said before, one of the servers, I'm in knowledge of one of the servers being in possession of the authorities. Okay, I cannot say for.
He cannot say for sure. He had to sign a piece of paper so he wouldn't say anything. I mean, does this sound like Sam Lee all over again?
Sure, the rest of the servers. Okay, now logically speaking, if they have one of the servers, they should have the rest. Okay, but I cannot say this because I do not know. I only know that they have one. Whether they have the rest of the servers, I don't know. Most probably they have the rest of the servers. So the servers, of course, like any computer in the world, just like your laptop, okay, is encrypted. Okay, it's encrypted. So they need to get past the encryption in order to get the information inside the server. This is what I can think of. Okay, I'm speculating right here. Okay, because I do not know what exactly they're doing, but logically speaking, if I were them, okay, this is what I would do. The servers are encrypted, so I would need to get past that encryption, and then I'll be able to get the information inside. Okay, again, don't take my word for it. This is what I'm speculating.
The guy's an idiot. I mean, or just like you'd have to get past the encryption. So he's telling us that they can't break into the server and they have to use encryption to go in and have a look at the server. I mean, what a load of bullshit, poos and wheeze. I mean, the hosting company, for example, wouldn't have closed down the server's encryption. You just leave, there's no server that's been confiscated. It will be on a blimmin' rack. They would have told the server company, if they had to, like HostGator, not to give anyone access to that server. They wouldn't have to unencrypt it. There's just a bunch of bullshit lies made up from thin air out of his farty ass brain.
From a logical point of view, and also what's under investigation is the people behind it. Okay, so me personally, I was contacted by my own authorities. I mentioned before that I'm from Hong Kong, and I was contacted by my own authorities to
listen to this. His own authorities have contacted him, and he's going to say to sign a piece of paper. And they said it was okay to get on a Zoom meeting and tell 400 people about what you know, but don't tell them anything. So what part of this contract did he sign to shut him up? None. It's just bullshit. Simon Lee is a liar, a scammer. Listen to this.
Submit documents, okay, in regards to Trage, okay, whatever documents that I had. I believe Don and Jason also were contacted by their authorities. And
what, Don and Jason don't talk to each other? Don't talk to Simon? I believe that they also got their they had to hand over their documents.
They also were submitting documents, which is why during the first 2 weeks, we were under a communication embargo. We were not allowed to communicate to the market.
And now it's a free-for-all. Talk to everybody you want to make yourself look like a hero.
For fear that we might manipulate the market or hide. Yeah.
Hey, do you have a number for this?
The next person would be Mark. Mark, go ahead.
Simon, the questions I have are part of what was asked. I was trying to find out what actually they were being investigated for.
Mark is a very cross man.
Number one,
see if we can find him,
Bob. Wind of
it
in Texas. They put a cease and desist in Texas first, and then in California. And I actually talked to the Attorney General in California, and I was trying to get some information on what was done wrong, exactly what was done wrong, what violations were being done. And they wouldn't release any information. Did you get served at any time? And did the company get served? And when did that actually happen? And what charges were brought?
Here you go.
Did they tell you, hey, you're doing this, you're doing that? What would cause, I talked to the AG here, and I said the only thing I could think of is somebody didn't get paid. But I know people were getting paid left and right every day.
Yeah, so up to the point where the website went under maintenance, people were being paid all the way to the last day. Okay, what is exactly is being investigated, I do not know. Okay, but again, based on a logical point of view, the people are under investigation.
It's just making assumptions out of thin air
in the company. Okay, for sure, you guys as the leaders, you are not being investigated at this point. Okay, and I don't think you will ever will. The real people that are being investigated right now, in my opinion, okay, again, I'm speculating because I do not have the information. The authorities are not saying anything at this point. They are saying that it's confidential in investigative information. Okay, so they are not telling me. But from a logical point of view, the people behind the company in the corporate structure are being investigated right now. No charges are being put across right now to us, at least not to me. I believe also not to Don and Jason as well. We have been very cooperative in giving the documents that they requested for. Again, if any charges were brought against the CEO and the rest of the corporate members, we do not know, okay, at this point, all right? I did not. I believe I did not ask for the information as well. I can't remember if I requested the information, but I do not remember me requesting this information. Again, from a logical point of view, if any incriminating evidence has been found, okay, of course charges will be pressed. But whether any has been found, I cannot say this because I do not know. Okay, what I do know is that the people are under investigation,
Can't
the
find them.
corporate people, as well as the servers right now.
Okay, because when I talked to the AG here, they said that Texas and California served the corporate office, so they had to send obviously papers to do a cease and desist. And I trying to ask, excuse me, I was asking him, who did you guys contact, and how did it happen so fast that we were in business for such a short period of time? Usually an investigation takes place about a year and a half, and then they do their due diligence, and then they bring charges. But I've never seen anything happen within 6 months of opening up a business.
Yeah, most of those things are online, and the whole document that
You've
came
just
from
all
the
been
cease and desist
scammed.
in
The
Texas
Fountain of
is
Youth Tower number
all
3. I don't
online
know what number
also.
room, but if you do
No, I
not,
know it's
please let me
online,
know.
but the
I
actual
would be
charges are
sweating
not.
like a rapist.
Because, like Simon said, there
that's
was
me.
no charges yet. It could take them some time before they get to the charges.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's go to the next person. Jim, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, so you said that the authorities have the
Mark
servers.
Crossman
What
is a bloody
authorities?
paid
Okay,
actor.
so I was contacted by my own authorities. Okay, again, I'm from Hong Kong. I got contacted by the Hong Kong authorities, and I do know for sure that there
Knock
were
yourself
2
out, Bob.
foreign
Here you go.
officials that were with them at that time.
I don't think
Okay,
it's the
now
same
when I
guy.
requested their identity, it was not given to me because I was being told that I was not dealing directly with them. All right, so their information was not released to me and has never been released to me at this point. But what I do know is that there are 2 foreign officials, okay, that were with them during the period where they requested information. Okay, now who these 2 people are can be anybody's guess. Okay, they might be people from 3-letter agencies, and I'm not going to name because probably you are more familiar with me than I am. With the 3-letter agencies than I am. Okay, so as to their exact identity, I cannot say for sure because I do not know.
Were they U.S. or non-U.S.?
No, they're from Hedgehog.
From their accent and from the way they look, they definitely seem
They were
that
New
they're from
Zealand.
the U.S.
They weren't from Mars?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jim. Let's go on to Sherlyn. Go ahead, Sherlyn.
Hello, hi. Thank you for that. A question I have. A couple of weeks ago, we were told that we were
If you
to
look at the link, it
submit
says
our
upload.
user
So
IDs,
that lets you know that
our
it was a process.
team assets under management, and our own personal investments. It was submitted through a spreadsheet. What was the purpose for that? It was my understanding that that you all needed that information so that you can reconcile, okay, what we had in the system as a means of trying to, get us back online and to compare the information and that we submitted to whatever backup servers that you all
that's
have.
right.
So my question is, what was the purpose of submitting that information? Thank you.
Okay, so I remember I requested for this information personally, okay, because during the time the servers went down, I had no system access to determine the extent of the people affected. So that was why I requested for a manual consensus, okay, to be collected, right? So
I thought I
the
had
main
Simon
purpose
Lee.
was for
I don't
me
know if I've
to
got a Simon Lee.
identify the people
Is
that
it
are
the
in the
same
system,
Simon
because I
Lee
do
that we
not
always
have
have?
this information. I do not have access to. I did not have access to the system during that time, so I initiated this, right? As well, I believe Don and Jason also initiated their own consensus.
That guy just rang me back.
Well, okay, this was to get a understanding of how many people were affected, what was the amount, their account numbers and stuff like that. Okay, until such time the server went up. Okay, now when the server did not go up, okay, this information was part of the documents that were submitted to the authorities. Okay, because one of the questions that was put across to me was how many people are affected to the best of my knowledge. Okay, so this is the one
So
of the
Simon,
documents that I submitted to them because that was all I had. I did not have any access to the system at that point. So what I did have was this list, okay, which I submitted to the authority.
So the Simon Lee that I'm that's talking here, do we know if it's the same? Is it the same Simon Lee there, or is it a different one? Because I don't think it's the same Simon Lee, is it? Or it is? Because I just went to here. We'll ring this guy back again in a minute. He just rang me, funny enough. The guy that we just talked to rang me back. He's probably telling me he doesn't want to be on the internet now, which I can understand why. So I'm assuming that the Simon Lees that you see here, so all these people here that you see, we caught actually promoting the Trage Technologies, right? So these are what we call the marketers. So if you want to go after these people, these are all people that we found. So I'll come back to him, like Joseph Tran, Paul Albertus, Marshonda. These are all people that we caught actually promoting and building this. And there's probably a few more in there that we've missed, of course. We're not perfect and we don't get paid for doing this. But this particular guy here, we actually think we found the real. And this was the game changer. And he was all over this. So this was the entrepreneurial guy, entrepreneur, network marketing, forex trader, crypto trader, all this bullshit. And he's only got 56 connections, whatever. But he was part of this network here. So it's a bit strange, really. But yeah, so anyone that was linked to Trage Networks. So if we go back to marketers and we go back to Simon Lee, is it the same guy? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. I think it is. But I'm going to ring back this guy and we'll see if he wants to talk to us some more, because he just rang us probably to check the disregard changes, and we'll just give him a ring back and see what happened there. And I'll switch back. QuickTime player. He probably won't want to talk to me now. I wouldn't want to talk to me either. I understand. Yeah. No. Well, we'll keep playing. Funny that. Hence why you don't. Did you do a search on his phone number, Bob? Might do that. Anyway, he won't want to speak to us now because he's obviously jumped on the live and realised that we were talking to him. I'm going to do a search on his phone number.
So that was submitted to the authorities. Now, do you have a copy of that? So that at least you have recollection of who we are and our information after you gave them that copy? Do you have your own?
Yes, I do have my own copy at this point. It was initially intended for me only, but the authorities requested it, so it's now with them. But yeah, to answer your questions, I do still have a copy of it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Charlene. Let's go to Harvey Hill.
Okay, Mr. Lee, you've seen the around the globe, did live demos around the world, and through API and Binance. And
I think we were talking to Eric.
The company was getting ready to go to software as a service. Is it possible that we can get software where we can continue to trade on our own, or can that software as a service still be allocated to the individual so we can continue on our own in some form or fashion?
Okay, I do not have access to the system right now, so I cannot release the software as a software, because I would need to have access to the system to do that. So right now, I do not think this is a viable option.
Let me ask one last question.
Hey,
Initially,
Bob, give him a ring.
You
See if it's the
indicated
same
that
guy.
Michael Hearn was the owner of Trage, right? And that you had access to Michael Hearn, before the Trage was even concepted. Is it not possible for you to access Michael Hearn to kind of get some information? You can't reach him, or
it's a scam, mate. They don't want you to do things like that.
Right now, I'm not able to reach him as well as
I'm the
my
same as
following.
you.
None of the upper management above me, I may not reach right now. Okay, none of them. So I'm working with Don and Jason to go after them, and we do have some contact
That's the guy that
numbers
we rang before.
and addresses. Okay, but we are all in different countries, so it's either we fly down to the addresses or we get people to visit them. So we
Was that him?
are hoping that this will come to a resolution pretty soon. Okay, but again, we
I'll ask him.
cannot guarantee it. Okay, what we can guarantee is that we are currently going after. I'm not able to get Michael Hearn at this point.
Sorry, Simon. Harvey, you got a lot of background noise and it's overshowered.
Let me see if I can mute out, because you put the mute and unmute button in, so I didn't see it again, so I couldn't mute myself back out.
Sorry, Simon, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So I'm not able to get in contact with the people above me right now. They're not responding. Okay. Now if they do respond, of course.
Oh, you're all got scammed, didn't you? And you got scammed by Simon Lee.
No, I'm not able to get Michael.
And he's in here trying to tell you he's the same as you. So
yeah. Hey guys, his bike. Thanks for doing this, Simon. All right, so I've got a question that you might not know the answer to, but maybe somebody else in the group would know.
That's his name.
If the three-letter agency
that
I'm
gave me the
thinking
thumbs
about
up
here in the States is behind all of this, and they're quote investigating, aren't they required to disclose that they're investigating this? Isn't there a way for us to log on to a website somewhere and plug in the name Trage, and they tell us, yes, this company is under investigation for this?
You wish.
Or do they, or can they do this kind of thing, with impunity without having to justify themselves and basically lock up money from, I don't know if they're stealing the money or what, but is there a way for us to find out, okay, well, are you investigating? I mean, do they have to disclose it, or can they keep it secret? Thanks.
Okay, based on my understanding, when I personally requested that information, it was not given to me. Okay, again, if anybody here wants to try, feel free to try. Okay, feel free to get in touch with your agencies and see if they are able to give you the information. But me personally, when I requested for it, they did not give me that information. And from my understanding as well, some other leaders did in fact ask all the agencies, in fact, all the three-letter agencies, and they were also not given the information. So if anybody here is able to try, please do. It will help the group a lot, okay?
Ed, anything else?
Oh, well, I thought that I don't know how many questions they get. No, that's all I have.
Great, thanks. Let's go to Amanda, and then one more person, and then we'll close this out.
Thank you, Mr. Lee, for taking the time to meet with us this evening. We were told around the time that this all started happening and unfolding that there was over 1,200 different companies that were affected by malware. Is that true, or is that kind of just what they were sharing?
Nothing's true here, lady.
Quiet?
Okay, now the information that I got at that time was there was unauthorized access, but they did not specify what kind of unauthorized access. Okay, it might be malware, it might be not. I cannot say for sure, but what I can say with 100% certainty is that the information given to me was that there was unauthorized access to the system, and they needed to take the system offline in order to rectify that. Okay, now I do not know if people are trying to gain access to the funds or something like that.
Quite nice. So we've got Eric, who we talked to on the phone. We've managed to find his real name through searching for his phone number. Just shows you shouldn't use any personal details. Not that he's a bad guy. He's just an investor. And then he's wrote back and he said, yeah, mate, I watched many of your videos. Didn't think I would be talking to you. How about that? So you are talking to me. I am the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, and we are trying to save people from losing their money. And when we hear Dear John videos like this, it just makes me sick and tired that Simon Lee, Marshonda Henderson, David Chandler, Simon claims to be in Hong Kong, but Marshonda, I have her home address. So I should ask Eric here. I'll ask Eric. I'll hold him down. I would actually go after Marshonda Henderson. And if you want her home address, mate, I've got it. Just yell out and I'll pass it to you. And you can get some people to go around there and knock on her door and get back those commissions she got for promoting the project. Yeah, but where does it stop? We've got, no, I'm jumping in on YouTube. So yeah, so just yeah, where does it stop? Why don't we go after the people that promote this thing? And it's the only way it's going to stop, because Honda's already promoting a new project, and then you've got Joseph Tran is already promoting Bitfoot, another Ponzi scheme that's claiming it's a pump and dump. They just go from one Ponzi scheme to the other. When do we not stop these Americans from promoting this to other Americans?
I cannot say for sure, but it sure looks like that to me. Okay, at least to me it looks like that. Okay, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, because I'm not sure if you have seen personally for yourself the amount of investments I have in the system. Okay, some leaders have. Okay,
and they all
some
do
leaders have
this.
seen my
I've
personal
lost just
account
as
in
much
Trage.
as you.
I've logged into my personal account to show them. I have over $250,000 US.
$250,000. I'm glad I'm not that guy.
Okay, from my own personal funds. So that is my
Bullshit.
loss standing at over $250,000. So I'm personally.
Well, that either tells you one of two things: you make a lot of money being a scammer, or you're an idiot. What one do you think he's doing? And if he's saying he's lost that money, why don't you prove it? Why don't you show us how you've deposited $250,000 into this platform? Or did you put in $5,000 and then recruit people, and then you compounded it and you recruited people and got money along the way? 60% of the money that come into here went towards the people who promoted it. Is that what he did? And now we're saying he made losses. So if he's made $250,000 just on the rough, this guy's probably created $15 million worth of turnover for the company. He would have got a backhander. He would have got a golden handshake. And now everyone's sitting there going, oh, poor old Simon Lee. Poor old Simon Lee, my ass.
Trying to find out this
Susie,
information for myself. So if I do have any information or updates, I will definitely release it to the leaders as well. Okay.
Thank you. And I had one more question. The article that was shared with us said there was over 1,200 different companies that were affected. Is that true, or is it just
Nothing's true here,
Trage, or
lady.
do you have answers on that?
Yes, I am aware of a malware that was distributed and affected quite a lot of companies. This I am aware of, but whether or not the malware affected Trage, I cannot say for sure. What I do know is that there was a unauthorized access.
So this guy is just talking a whole lot of poos and weeds, bullshit. Nothing good to say. Nothing at all. He's not giving anyone information. He's just poking the fire. He's poking the embers in the fire to see if he can get a flame. I mean, these guys will be trying to relish the rest of this community into a new Ponzi scheme in a couple of weeks, if not already.
Do not know the nature of this unauthorized access. It might be that same malware, or it might not. So I really do not know at this point.
Okay, thank you, sir. Have a
What do you mean? Is it actually 85% of the money? Because you've said that a couple of times. I thought you were making it up. So you're saying that 85% of the money that gets paid into Trage Technology goes back to the multi-level marketing component of this company. Is that what you're saying? That is incredible. If that's the case, that's more than Hyperverse. Hyperverse was 52%. Boomerang was 65%. That means if you paid somebody $500 for a Boomerang license, so $325 of that money actually went to the person or the persons that referred you into it. It's just ridiculous money. So no wonder they don't have to have a product or a service that actually works. It don't matter, because as long as you recruit idiots, you're going to survive off the referral fee that you get. Well, now they're changing it to affiliate money that you get. It's crazy.
great night.
Wow, 85%.
Patrick. Go ahead, Patrick.
Okay. I'm trying to understand just what's happening here. We were told that
This is stupid. I mean, Patrick Morgan, we were told, when do you guys use your brain cells? We were told shit to get you to fork over your money. We were told and you believed. Now, what have you been told in this meeting? That they're going to, a whole lot of nothing. It's just the same friggin' bullshit. It's just absolutely crazy.
security on charge was such that
I'm going to clean my
one,
windows.
we were fully decentralized. Two, they were redundant servers.
Thank you.
In
I have to give her a
unknown
name.
location.
This goes
Unknown
back under my
meaning
desk.
to anyone other than the owners. So it's puzzling. How
Just
can
reading your
he now be
message.
saying that because one of the servers were seized or taken? In the first place, we have absolutely no information about who or what or
Get me
where
out of this prison.
this server was taken. So what about the redundancy that we were told about? Why
Oh,
is
here it
that
is.
not
Bring it in now. Here's the redundancy.
logistics right now? Am I missing something here? We were told that if there was an earthquake, hurricane in one of the areas where the main server was operating, no problem because we had 4 others and there was redundancy. So what has happened to that redundancy in terms of some accountability of the system that is supposed to be, one, accounting for the funds and accounting for the people who have their investment in this project?
Okay, so to answer your question on the redundancy, yes, there was a system of redundancy put into place, but this was a maintenance on unauthorized access. Okay, so there was a hole in the system where unauthorized access was able to get past our security system. Okay, so during my time, okay, what I am aware of, okay, was that the main server was taken offline to rectify this. Okay, and if the main server has this loophole, so does the rest of the servers. Okay, so the servers were taken offline to cover up this hole, right? To improve the security. All right. Now it's supposed to function in a way where if something happens to one server, the other server will come online. Okay, to keep it going, right? But during that time, I do not know why all the servers were taken offline. I can only think of the fact that all the servers had the same.
I cannot think why all the servers were taken offline. I do not think that servers are all taken offline. I mean, this just gets stupider on stupider. I don't know if he's stupider on stupider is like Dumb and Dumber. But this guy, Simon Lee, I mean, for a start, why doesn't he have his camera on? Eh? He wants to hide his identity. And everyone else, lots of people had their cameras on in here. Well, not too many of them, about 7 out of 400. But why doesn't he have his camera on? That's what I want to know.
Loophole, and we needed to cover that hole. Okay, like any IT system, it needs to be constantly updated. Okay, just like your operating system that you have on your laptop. Periodically, you need to.
Did you know that you have to update your operating system on your laptop every now and again? And it was very much the same with the servers. Now, I've had servers of my own. I used to pay $2,500 a month for my server. I don't ever really remember the server being offline for a large period of time. I think in 11 years it was off for about 5 minutes once because we had to restart the damn thing. Okay, so it's a bit dumb, isn't it? Does it even say that? And even liken it to a phone that has to be restarted. I mean, they have... It just doesn't make any sense.
Update your system, all right, to have some bug fixes, fixes to the network security, things like that. You still need to update your system to keep it up to date, right? Because security is an ongoing thing in the IT world, right? You need to constantly update yourself in order to maintain your safety. So this is what we went for when the server went down. Okay, as to why the redundancy system didn't take place, I do not know. I can only think of the fact that all the servers have the same loophole and they were trying to fix this hole in all of the servers.
No, I don't want to sound cynical here. I'm not pointing anything at you, certainly.
Okay.
How do we know this is all not just a tale that we're being fed?
Oh, you got it there, mate.
What's there to
give that guy a medal?
All this, fancy stuff happened with the servers. What evidence is there? What hard evidence is there to say that this is
right on the money there,
happened,
mate?
And we're not just being given a tale?
Yeah, so I cannot give you any more information than what I do have. Okay, now I understand that a lot of leaders, they are wanting more information.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, even though I want to provide this information, I cannot because I do not have this information, right? What I do know is that one of the servers is with the authorities right now, for sure.
Prove it.
This I can 100% say for sure because
100%.
I do know they have in their possession one server. Okay, as to the rest of the servers, whether they have in their possession, I do not know. Most probably yes, because if they have one server, if they can track down one server, which I am not aware of the location. Okay, even me, I'm not aware of the location. Now, if they found out the location of one server and they have it, most probably they have the rest of the servers as well. Okay, so to confirm whether or not this is all a story, I can only tell you, okay, that they are definitely in possession of one server. And if they do have possession of one server, there's a high probability that they do have possession of the rest.
Can you say which country that server was in?
No.
I tried to ask this information again. They were not willing to release this information to me as well. their own identities, they are also not willing to release it to me. Okay, so
I mentioned that one earlier on, Bob, about how Sharvis said he waded into the server room at water up to here when they had the floods in Dubai to save the server, and then no one actually told him the servers were actually in India. Absolutely crazy. This is just stupid. If you believe this, you've got to be mental.
I don't know why
it's like a circus show.
Okay, but I can. Yeah,
how can you
I
say
can
you're
only think.
certain? How can you say you're certain if you don't have any of the relevant information connected with these servers?
Good
Did you
point.
see it?
No, I was made to sign a document affirming the information, okay, that was true to the best of my
explains it.
knowledge. Okay, a document was handed to me for my signature, and they were in possession of information that
Why?
was only known to the upper management at that point. So how would they have that information if they do not have access to the service? Okay, it's a logical thing to me at that point. Okay,
Yeah.
this information was only known to the upper management, but they had it, right? And the only way they had it was if they had access to one of the servers, because this was information on the KYC. Okay, this was information on the KYC. So KYC is a is information where people submit to verify their identities. Okay, and they have this information, and this information is stored on a server. Okay, so if they do have this information, it can only mean one thing. They have in possession at least one server. And if they found out the location of one server, there's a high probability that they have in possession the rest of them.
And I would I would hope that since there's a KYC of the owners, it shouldn't be too difficult to apprehend or, get in touch with these owners.
Yes,
Mr.
I would think
Mr.
so.
Holloway and Mr. Hearn. If I'm to, take the information that you're here saying, because I'm hearing that there were KYC, they have the servers, and everything. There's a connection, and that is what you're saying validates that this is actually not just a tale we're being fed with, and that is so. So yeah, it's interesting. I find everything here very interesting.
Interesting.
Do you have any more questions? Because
that's it.
Okay, all right, thank you. There's still 3 more hands. It is past the hour. I'd like to. There's a panelist that's on here. Is there anybody that wants to come out and close this out with me? Nobody. Okay.
I just want me. I'd like to say something. So basically, in summary, from what we're hearing, there is an investigation by at least of the Hong Kong authorities, because you're not aware of who the other 2 are, but they look American and they sound American, and the list of all of our information was given to these people that you're not sure of who they are. But there's an investigation that's ongoing. And basically, we're told for us to pretty much wait until this investigation, is resolved. But basically, is what I'm hearing, because you have no information. Am I correct in that summary?
Sounds about right to me.
Yes, that's right. This is where we're at right now.
Okay, and when would you be coming back to give us an update?
When I receive updates as we go along, I will pass them down to the leaders for dissemination. But for a Zoom meeting to take place, I would think that if there's some major progression or a major breakthrough, then probably will be the next Zoom. Because if we have Zooms for every single update that comes through, we'll have Zooms. I don't know, right? So we'll see as we go along. But definitely, I will be here. Okay, some of you have my personal contact, so you can communicate directly with me. Okay.
Okay. So it's nothing resolved. We're just playing it by ear, one day at a time, because there's no resolution, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Again, thank you, Simon, for coming on, and this is very, very helpful. At least now we can give something back to the community so that they can understand what's going on.
Now the
So
recording finishes, we're going to hear
Sherman
from
asked and
the people in the
right
actual
now,
Zoom
everything is
meeting.
pretty much on hold until we hear, and Simon will keep us updated.
I think she was just given the summary to let it filter through her brain cell.
Okay. So while I do understand that everybody is emotionally charged right now, I would highly suggest that we take things one step at a time, okay? Because we are all involved. We're all in the same situation. Okay. Me myself, I'm dealing with both the market and the authorities, so it might get a little bit busy and congested on my end because I'm talking to both sides. Okay, so do be patient with me. If you contact me personally and there's a bit of a delay in my response, please understand, but I will get back to you. Okay.
All right, great. Thank you,
One
everyone.
last, one last quick question. You said you would update us regarding what will be happening in Trage. Given that you have absolutely no contact with the owners or investigators, why should we expect an update? What update?
Because my name is on that document. Okay, so I'm one of the people that signed their document. Okay, so if any updates were to come, it will come to me as well. Okay, so I'm hoping that I will receive updates. If that happens, I will disseminate the information to the leaders.
Okay, great. Thank you, Simon, again. Thank you, everyone, for jumping on tonight. I know it's Sunday night and everything. I hope that we got enough information to be able to communicate with the community and everything. Again, thank you, and everybody have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
Alrighty.
Okay, so I hope that you guys had a pen and paper.
Here we go. That was some more good stuff coming up now, guys.
The Q&A there, the questions and answers, and so please get your questions and everything onto the sheet. Marshonda, did you post the link to the sheet? It will also be posted. Okay, it will also be posted in all the channels. So please do that as quickly as possible, because then that way we can put the questions all together and get Simon on a call to address that with the whole community and not just with.
This is quite funny. They don't want to be on here for too long, so they don't expose people. But there's quite a few questions in here, so I do see a few familiar names.
The leaders, okay?
Here we go.
Okay, so I just want to summarize here what we're doing. We would like for you to go ahead. Any questions that were not answered or asked, and you have them, please put it on the spreadsheet. What we're going to do is get them
We've got a link to the
as
spreadsheet?
he just said, so that you can get your questions answered on a live call with Mr. Simon. As he said, he will be giving us updates along the way. We don't have any further information. People are asking about the plan he was talking about. That is a whole nother program, and at this point, we're not going in that direction. So we'll
What
get
direction
more
are we going,
details, but you can add
Honda?
that question to the chat, to the list, and when he comes live, if that's something you want him to talk about or answer for you, he can.
So what are they planning to do?
Okay, so that's
try to
it.
recover
That's
the
all
money
we have. Thank
again.
you guys for showing up. We appreciate it, and we're trying to protect everybody's identity by getting off of this call as quick as we can.
So she's trying to protect everyone's identity. She's locked the room. She's told everyone to use their full name. If they don't use a real name, she's going to boot them out. That's what she said at the start. So what part of protecting the community is she really doing? I don't get it. And also, we've got this recording 3 times. 3 different Avengers grabbed it. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Thanks, Susie. And we're going to bring up the document that she wants people to fill out and have a look at that too.
Because there are people who will take your identity and make lies about you online. So
oh my
have
God.
a great night, everybody.
So she said there is people that will take people's identity and make lies about you online. They aren't lies. You advised people to get involved in Trage Technologies, Marshonda. They all lost their money. I got into a meeting and told you that there was a cease and desist order from the state of Texas State Security Board. And I also told you that the state of California had also posted out a cease and desist, and you carried on promoting this, telling us, well, just don't promote it in those states. You didn't care about the people, and now those people need to knock on your door, which I have your home address. If anyone ever wants Marshonda Henderson's home address, just reach out to me via my website, and I'll happily give that to you. Go knock on her door and ask you for the 85% money that these guys got. I still can't believe that that's quite true. You did actually say 65% and not 15%, which actually adds up to 90% there, Bob. So normally the 60% of the money that you pay into this goes off to the promoters. Is absolutely disgusting. Anyway, I think we've only got 10 seconds left.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, everyone, and we'll update in the channels and just get that form filled out as quickly as possible. Thank you, everyone.
So that was the meeting. I mean, it's ridiculous, honestly. David Chandler has been in these meetings before. He's been helping. You know what he did with what do they call it? Hyperverse. It was Troy, Marcus, and David Chandler said to all the people in Hyperverse lost all their money to come to a Zoom meeting where they would offer support. What did they do? They dropped in all these leaders for Novatech FX and told people they need to diversify their funds and trade their way out of their disaster. Novatech FX is another Ponzi scheme that's fallen over. It was ran by two people who were ministers, ordained ministers or something stupid. So this is the form. Additional questions for Simon. So let's have a go. So the first thing I'm going to answer is my name, Danny DeHeck. Right. I'm going to go to my email, dannydeheck@deheck.com. Question. Your answer. What? Additional questions for Simon. Question. Oh, okay. Your answer. All right. Question is, did you realize that the Avengers were recording your meeting of the meeting? We have Marshonda Henderson's home address, and we are willing to give it to people who want to go knock on her door and ask for their money back. Okay, so let's go Marshonda Henderson. Question. Did you know that Jarvis's real name is Jarvis and War? Are you related to him? Oh, right. What have we got? Jarvis's, we'll just get that right. Jarvis's real name. There we go. Okay. Now, that's it. That's the questions. That's only the questions you get. Oh, my God.
I understand that as a client of Trage, my participation in this program is my personal decision, and I take full responsibility for my actions. I acknowledge that the leaders are dedicated to providing us with the most up-to-date information. I also understand that these questions will be submitted to Simon Lee, the Global Director of Trage, who will address them during the next community Zoom session.
Oh, my God. Really? Is that the hope you've got of getting your money back? There we go. Sent that one off. Now, look, there's other forms out here as well. If you go to contact us on my website and hold your mouse over it, a box will drop down, and it's called "Where Did My Crypto Go?" We kind of make it comical, and we've had somebody submit they lost $90,000 the other day. But we asked some pretty prudent questions. Have you invested in a crypto project and are now wondering where your money went? We're here to help you find out. By filing this form, our technical team can trace and follow the funds and reveal what really happened. Put your name, handles, email address, country, how much did you invest, enter the wallet address you gave the funds to would help. If the refund wallet is different to the deposit one, please provide the original wallet address. When did you make your first investment? Who were you introduced? Now, this is the funny one that we always get. Where were you introduced to the platform? Where? Why won't you tell us? Because your friends and family introduced you to it. It's a normal thing. That's how they tell people to recruit other people into it. A friend or family member, social media, Facebook, Instagram, online advertisement, email promotion, other. Please specify. You click other, and it pops up, I think. Yeah, it does. Anyway, so please provide the name of the person that you got involved. And that's where a lot of people sit there and go, oh, I don't want to fill out that form. So we haven't made that compulsory. Would you like to share any additional information? Tell us how you're feeling. Would you be willing to support our legal efforts of justice and potentially recover your funds of ours? That's our form. That's the crypto Ponzi scheme one. What have we got here now? We've got more stuff popping in all over the place here. The Avengers are waking up. Susie's woken up from her deep sleep on the sofa. Let's see. There it is. X status. Let's have a look. Who are we looking at? Contact security office. Tiny URL. File a complaint. Here we go. So if you go here, you'll see that you can file complaints to SEC with the government. And if you don't file, you don't get anything. You see? Look at that. There's actually Trage Technologies. And there's the complaint. So let's go to SEC and let's have a look and see what that form looks like. Da-da-da-da. Tips for complaint. And you can complain there. And if you don't complain, you're not going to get any sandwiches, all right? It's just as simple as that. You'll get nothing in your sandwich. Hey, look, we've had a bit of fun here. I was going to update this this title. I did have a blurb written all out about Trage Technology. I wouldn't mind knowing how much money they claim because somehow I picked up $9 million, but that's not right. I think it was 91 million, but it's wrote me a new description. As I said, we have all the names of all the people that were in that meeting. So if you want to go back into those meetings, we will find you. And you can see there's lots of names in there also. We did ring these people, but won't tell you that's a phone number, just in case Google's watching. Right, the other thing that we can do is we go to my YouTube channel and you'll see if you go in here, like how much effort and energy and time did I waste personally and the Avengers in the room to actually say to people, don't do it. So we go to Trage, you search for Trage, and what comes up? Well, look at that. The #1 scammer of the world, Joseph Tran. Yep, we did a video all about him, telling you guys not to listen to him. He even told everyone that I had exposed him and said to Danny to F himself. He told me that. Isn't that nice? And all I was doing is trying to save him money. May Samavu claims that she had $16,000 and she managed to withdraw $15,400 out of Trage before it fell over. How did you know it was going to fall over? And why was she withdrawing her funds from it if she thought this was the best thing since sliced bread? She's preaching a message telling everyone to leave their money on the platform and compound their interest. But she didn't do it herself. She said she lost $600 to Trade. She had $16,000 worth. So you come through here, you can see the video now. We've actually got 3 photos here of Marshonda, and we've got David Chandler, and we've got Sean Tilley. Now, he wasn't in this meeting. He was probably in the original one that was listening to in the recording. And, of course, Simon Lee. Now, I'm not 100% Simon. I'm not sure about this Simon one. But if I go back here, we go to the marketers. Is this the same Susie will know? Is this the proper Simon Lee? Have I got him associated? I haven't got much information on him, but is that the Simon Lee that was in the meeting with the camera off? So that's what we're trying to figure out, ladies and gentlemen. So we go back to my videos here. We've got lots of recordings. Now, while I'm looking here, I'm going to play a recording of Sean Tilley. Now, this is actually quite breathtaking. Where is it? Sean. We need to go back, and we need to go find Sean, and we need to listen to some of the lies that this guy here has actually told. So we've got recordings. I can't play your recording, can I, Bob? But I don't think that is the recording. Is that recording? I've got to get the date right on this. I think that's the latest one. So you listen to some of these, or listen to some.
All right. Good morning, everyone. This is Sean Tillery. Woke up this morning, phone was ringing, and a lot of phone calls, and I went through and I checked my WhatsApp, and I had got a response from Simon. It's basically saying that they are working on a solution. Just be patient. It'll be a little while longer. Those are paraphrasing, but that's exactly what he said. So the good news, again, you guys, is this. Remember, whatever the company is going through, they're not at liberty to speak in detail because maybe they were told not to do anything just yet. But the fact that I got a response from Mr. Simon Lee is phenomenal news. So be encouraged to be patient. For those of you that don't know, the money is still being traded. I can confirm that, and they have a bunch of money.
Now listen to that. I mean, here's a fuckwit, excuse my French, telling you that they are still trading and they have a bunch of money, and he can confirm that. I mean, how do these guys get away with it? These are the guys. This guy here is already off promoting another opportunity. I shit you not, and I can't. Can I play? Can I play that
Everybody's
recording, Bob?
money is secure. Okay, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. There's a gentleman that is essentially, I think his name is Mincy.
Old Mincy, he sounds a shady guy.
And he is making false accusations and statements.
Now, is he really making false accusations and statements? Of course he's not. He's one of our Avengers. He's fully exposed you, Sean. That's how ridiculous it is. Can I play that recording now, Bob?
Regarding Trage and definitely about me. He has a vendetta against me, I think because I told him that he was an idiot, because he sounds like an idiot. It's because he...
So these recordings are on other videos, but Bob's just given me the okay to play a recording that no one has actually heard. But I'm pretty sure it's this one here.
Pretty good.
Good.
Hey, Danny.
Yep.
You hear me?
Oh, no.
Yeah, not too good, but I can hear you.
Sure.
That was my first phone call with him. I've actually talked to this guy before. I'm not sure if I've got that one there, Bob, after all that. Whatever. I got these idiots. I got this guy at the moment I'm texting, and he's going, what else do you want, mate? Huh? What else do you want? If the government tells you it's no good, you're just going to go ahead and do it anyway. So I've got this guy that's texting me. Live now talking about you. There we go. That will shut him up. So I've got this guy that's telling me that he thinks this gold, digital gold scam isn't fraudulent. So I've given him the paper from MoneyWorks, Money Smart in Australia. Basically, the government saying it's a fraud. And he goes, is that it? Idiot. But anyway, so what are we saying? We're trying to find that recording. I'm trying to think where that recording is now, Bob. Did I not download it? Maybe I didn't download it. Maybe I need to go back to Bob's recordings. And have we got it under recordings? Because we have, you haven't got it handy, have you, Bob? I'll just see if I can find it, Bob recordings. Where's Bob's recording? Because you said don't play it, but I can play it now. Just give us a second. We'll try and find this recording. This is another recording from Sean Tilley. Latest. Have you got the latest? Have you got more than one? I've got Bob. Where's Bob? Hold up. Need to find Bob around. No, there's Bob there. Bob. Bob. Did you send it to me? Is this it?
Go check out the...
No. Where's Bob? Oh my goodness. Bob, you give me too much information, and when I need to find it, can't find it. Is that it there? Yes, that was me. Did you put it under recordings? Where did you put it, Bob? See if I can find it. Recordings. Maybe I can search for... No, it won't work. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll listen to this one of him, wherever it's gone, and we'll carry on listening to this because this is pretty amazing. And then we'll see if I can find the other one.
He is an idiot. His mother should have not even had him. It was
Oh
a
my
mistake.
God.
He was an actual birth defect.
There it is.
It's just crazy to me that someone would sit there and make up lies and do other things that are not legitimate. So I'm looking at doing an investigation against this individual.
Really?
I got some top tier lawyers to go take a look at his practices.
Unreal, isn't it?
Terms of
These claims these guys make. Now, I think this is it. I think it is here. Hopefully you can hear it when I push this play, and I'll just see if I can find it. Yep. Now listen to this. This is from Sean Tilley.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Yes, someone called me from this number.
Yes. I was told to call you to see if there was a Trage update.
Who is this? I don't know who this is. I'm not in the... I am an affiliate, sir, just like everyone else. and I don't have any updates as relates to Trage. As a matter of fact, there's been a cease and desist order placed in the state of California where I exist, and I can't no longer participate in any capacity.
Okay. Is there any other platforms?
Are there any what?
Any other good platforms?
Any? What do you mean, sir? I'm sorry.
Like similar to Trage?
I'm not doing anything related to that industry anymore. I would like.
Now, let's just put this in perspective. This recording is pretty breathtaking. You've got Sean Tilley, who is a rampant promoter of Trage Technologies, and he's been giving advice to everyone in his forum, in his group, and he's been telling everyone that that the trading is still happening. They've got a ton load of money. He can prove that people are still, money's okay, everything. And now here's Bob asking Sean Tilley a question, which is just ridiculous.
To do something different. I'm not getting involved with. I'm going to try something I've never tried before. In the 30-something years I've been in business, and a friend of mine turned me on to it. And
34 years I've been in business. This is one I've never heard of been so good. This is exactly what he said about Trage Technologies.
Made over $29,000 in 3 months, and the person that he made over $55,000 in 3 months. So
Was that
I'm like
copy trading or something?
Nope. It's a product-based driven business. If you are interested, what I'll do is I'm working on a real short script. We're going to write now, and I'm going to give it to everybody because the way I explain this, it's the guy begged me. Do you know a singer by the name of James Brown?
Yes. Yes.
And you remember that song? And that song he sang called "Please, Please, Please."
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Okay. Well, the guy begged me like that just to listen to the presentation because I was adamantly like absolutely not. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, the way it was explained to me, no one ever explained to me how this program works like that. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. No. He goes, I made $29,000. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. It's real. Yeah. So, if I just hit the lady just right, she called me right now, just like you called me just right now, checking messages. I can't.
Okay, I'm going to transfer that one to the computer. I've just installed this. So
You do that. You call me back, then I'm going to tell you what else I'm doing to ensure that happens for people that want to roll with me with what I'm doing, because I spent about $15,000 putting together a marketing system I was going to use for the previous company.
Okay.
But this happened. So I'm going to have to recustomize it. It's going to be much simpler. And anyone that's that joins with me, you get access to that. In addition to, I've partnered up with the radio station who's going to advertise the business. He has over 60 million global listeners around the world.
Whoa.
And that's going to, expound to iHeartRadio.
Oh. Okay.
So this is all that's gonna do this, it's gonna do that, and it's gonna do that. And I can't wait to actually get the access to the secret video and the password that he talks about at the end. But isn't this breathtaking that we've just watched all these leaders in this meeting trying to help people who have lost their money get their money back from a scam, and then people like Sean Tilley, whatever his name is, Tilley, here he is now getting all excited about a new scam. That is the best thing since sliced bread.
Roku Radio and Spotify.
Huh.
Okay, so it's traditional business. The company's been around for 40. I'm going to read to you my little script part. Kind of the other half of it. I gave you half of it beforehand. Hold on. Here's how it works. So I have decided to work with a 40-year-old company that generates whose business evaluation is about $3 billion.
This 40-year-old company's valuations is $3 billion. That's like Amway.
Mm-hmm.
They have over 3 million customers, and they're in 25 countries.
3 million customers in 25 countries. This one's a goodie.
Okay. 5% of the affiliates They are customers too, but they have elected to actively refer and new customers and build the business. 95% of the customers use and repurchase the product, right? Things that they use already, and ask you to do anything different, and they have a 98.1% retention rate. Customer base is rapidly expanding. They're adding over 100,000 new customers each month. Repeat, this is not a...
Do you think he's reading this off a script? And Bob, did you get access to that meeting by any chance?
But this is not a multi-level marketing company. Now, they talked about the 5% affiliate benefit.
This is not a multi-level marketing company, but they talk about the 5% affiliate benefit. Oh, God.
The company offers a unique global profit sharing pool for the affiliate, the 5%. Understanding that 51% of every dollar is directly paid to the affiliates, the 5%.
51% is paid to the affiliates.
So over the 40 years, this 51% profit sharing pool has grown from $0 to $150 million per month in profit. This increases monthly, and these funds must be distributed to the 5% regardlessly.
And this is what happens if you just ring up Sean and have a wee, "G'day, mate, how you going? Is there any way of getting some investment advice?" And away he goes.
I hope you understand we are. I hope you understand we are all being paid from the efforts of all the affiliates and customers every month. I pray hope this is starting to make sense to you, like it is for me. Now.
Sounds too good to be true. My brain's getting a little bit hot in between the ears, but I think I'm into this.
How does one get started? Register for $1 membership. We simply redirect $100 of what you're already doing to the company once a month. Okay. And then refer 5 people to do the same who want to be affiliates, and have those 5 also gather 8 people to do the same.
Oh my God.
And if you do that, you are actually doing...
This isn't local city places by any chance, is it?
What we call qualifying. What are you qualifying for? So by following those 3 steps, you can now earn anywhere between $40,000 to $70,000 in monthly income.
God, that's amazing!
Thanks to our global customer profit sharing pool. It is product driven. I'm like, but not. It's like it's not really product driven. It's customer driven, but we get to leverage the benefit of everybody who's been in this company over the last 40 years, and it's building and everything, and all the products are all organic. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Very interesting.
You're all disgusting bottom feeders.
Very interesting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So when someone puts a spin on it to you that way, it goes, well, shoot, I'm not spending any more money what I'm already spending, and it just sounds pretty easy, and I got a marketing system to help everyone make money. See, when you join my team, you get to access that for free. I'm not charging anybody for that. I built it myself. I customized it myself.
Wow, it must be good then.
Okay? And sir, what's your name? What's your name?
My name is Jim.
Jim.
Jim, hey, Jim.
I thought it was Larry.
All right, Jim. All right, Jim. So what I will do now is I'm going to send you the video with the password just so you can watch it, and then go from there. And then if you have the interest, get back with me, and we go forward.
Sounds good.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, you have a nice evening.
You
Thanks
too.
for calling. Bye-bye.
Yeah. So we got a few phone calls with Sean, and that one there is just a few days ago. And these 3 people on the screen, Sean's the one with his hand up there. We had him tidied up with AI because there's no photos of Sean on the internet. So that's Sean Tilley. Can't even say his name right. And then we've got David Chandler. And then we've got the beautiful and the one and only Marshonda Henderson. And these are professionally paid promoters of Ponzi schemes. We have videos, as I showed you. I think this one here. These are all the videos. We've even got May Summervu. May Summervu was featured in the Bloomberg article that we helped them present the other day. We've got other people, Joseph, Paul Albertus. We've got lots of people who are associated with these people. For example, we've got the guy that was on the media. I've done this as my 4th live for today. May Samavu, who's now set up a whole website. We've got fake CEOs. This guy in the photo there is a fake CEO. He's a German-born actor who was claimed to be in. He was Nigerian. I must fix that up. There's a little bit of a problem with that one. I wonder if I can just click on that now. I wonder if I can go click edit. I might just open that up in another window. Oops, opened it up in a window. I've got a problem editing. I'm going to edit it right now. This is what you do when you're YouTube and you see a problem. If you can fix a problem in 2 minutes, do it straight away. There's a B-grade actor. So here's our, and these scams you might think are all different, but it's exactly the same scam network. I mean, it just gets ridiculous. I mean, I'm going to actually open this one up because it's just ridiculous on ridiculous. So listen to this. Let's see if we got this one. Oh, no sound. What's happening there, Danny? Where's my sound? Research, we found out that he was actually a B-grade paid actor born in Germany, and that blew the weeds out of his story as a CEO. And if you click on, I don't know, we can actually open these in a hurry, but after we did that, the whole platform fell over. But that platform was promoted by Tammy Jackson. Can you believe that? So here she is promoting a too good to be true opportunity, the best she's ever seen in her life, so she always says. And just goes on and on. I mean, honestly, I don't even know how to, convey the messages to you guys about how many of these guys. I mean, you've got to fight back. You've got to fight back, and you've had enough, haven't you? Or do you want to give away more money to these scammers? How many people do you need to lose money to until you wake up and realize that you're just feeding money into these platforms, losing the money? And as I've said in many of other videos that I've done, you don't even know where the money goes. We've heard rumors that this particular scam had actually taken 91 million from people. So we believe that when I went to this global, this is a complex that's just going to be expanded. This is where they hold people for human trafficking. And we've got compounds like this all around the world. And these are real. This one here wasn't even here 2 years ago. And now they're popping up all over the place. The people in these compounds are forced to do these romance scams, and not just the romance scams. This is in Thailand, this one. How many of these people? I'm going to play a video of Erin West today. So she was on, what do we call LinkedIn? Fuck off, mate, you're a dick. Fuck off, mate, you're a dick. Oh, I was going to go, fuck off, you're a dick. Fuck off, you are a dickhead. This guy's amazing. So here's Erin West here. This is a complex that she showed that used to be used as a human trafficking compound, and they seized it and took it back. But she had some activity today that was pretty breathtaking. I think it was this one here. We can see if we can play this video. But this is what she's listen. See if you can hear this one. All right. Let's listen to Erin.
I will never forget. I am standing on a busy street in Metro Manila, 4 blocks from the United States Embassy, in front of what once was a scam center. It was raided by the Philippines, and they have taken it over as their office building. And for the past 2 hours, I've walked every inch of this building and learned an unbelievable amount about how these scam centers work. How they house people in inhumane ways, how they torture them, how they reward people with karaoke rooms and how they use women as sex slaves. It was vile and abhorrent, and such a gift that these Philippine officials gave me to help me understand exactly what is happening and how bad it is. We've got a worldwide crisis here, and it's a jaw dropper.
Yeah. So I met Erin face to face at my Global Crimes Financial Summit in Australia, and a lot of the people that comment on her material are actually government agents. And it's really nice to be part of that circle of people, you know. I'm going to ring up this guy who claims that I haven't done enough to warn him about his girlfriend who's in a scam, and just going to listen to him say, and his name is Sultan. And let's see what he says. Let's just ring him up on the normal phone and let's see what he says. This is the guy who doesn't believe his girlfriend's in a scam, and I'll bring up her while we're talking. I will bring up her info so you can see who I'm talking about. And this is meant to be the boyfriend of a lady who's running a scam, doing YouTube reels to entice people to sign up for digital gold. And he doesn't believe it's a scam. So let's ring him up and see what happens. I'll bring her up while we're talking to him.
You have reached the message bank of.
G'day, Sultan. How are you? This is Danny DeHeck. You're wasting my time. I've shown you that your girlfriend is actually promoting a scam. I've given you a government warning telling you that she's promoting a scam, and you asked me for evidence. And what sort of low brain cell are you operating in your head where you can't realize that? How can you not spot a scam? What do you want people to do to warn you? I've been trying to be nice, but I'm going to add you to the scam list. I'm live on the internet at the moment, and I'm bringing up your girlfriend's photos and information that you deny, and you wanted to know whether she's really a scammer or not. She's been featured on Behind MLM as a scammer. There's photos of her at scam events, and you're still sitting here on the fence trying to figure out whether I'm telling the truth or not. Where's your mentality in that one? I can't even bring her up. I'm live on the internet now. Go watch the internet, mate. And you didn't want to answer your phone? Are you too scared to answer your phone, mate? Answer your phone next time. Be a big boy. So that's him, but he won't answer his phone because he's a big boy. But ring me back if you want, mate. You'll probably listen to this. I'm trying to find his girlfriend now. I'm sure it was in here somewhere. But a wee while ago, you might have noticed that we promoted all these Australians that are doing TikToks. I have to find her. I can't find her. Stacey. Maybe I'll put his name in the front of it. And she was promoted on Behind MLM. Is it Porter? No, it's not her. Why can't I find her? Don't know. She's disappeared. It's not Emma Trage, is it? No, it's not that one. Maybe it's that one there. No, it wasn't that one either. Oh, maybe it is this one. Is he solo? Yeah, this is the one. So the guy that I've just rang up, this is meant to be his girlfriend. Don't know whether it's true or not. Jesus' Soul. And I've got obviously their home address. I found out that she's business partner with the guy that I'm trying to warn. He doesn't want to believe that that she's involved in it. So I've obviously got his phone number and given him a ring. I've been texting for quite a bit. I'm just tired of messaging these idiots. But if we went to Behind MLM, this is the Stravis Gold Security Fraud Warning for Australia. And you can come through here and you can see his girlfriend is one of these ones in the picture here. And it mentions her name here, but he still was in disbelief. And he goes, oh, I want more evidence. Well, the evidence is the fact that this guy, Joseph, is a scammer who's been promoting GS Partners is the same guy that's promoting this new scam, and you don't think it's a scam. So you can't help some people. So what we're best to do is work with ASIC and the Australian Tax Department, ATO, and also correspond with, who do we correspond with? We correspond with the government officials, our sect, right? Are they the senators? And we just keep asking them why they let these people, like your girlfriend, carry on promoting this shit, which is just crazy. So if you go and look at her Instagram, they've actually, what they've done is they've blocked everyone, all the Instagram accounts that I have. Now, I've got quite a big Instagram profile, and I'm now following no one. But the other day, I followed 12 people, and they're all from the same scam, right? So if you go to, let's say if you go to my website, deheck.com, and you go to the latest blog about that particular scam down here, this one here of Lauren Cameron, in this blog here, you'll see me raving on as I always do. It's a 3-hour video, and we go through here and we actually watch this guy teaching people how to be scammers. So his girlfriend, the guy that I just rang up, will be in here somewhere. And then down the bottom here in the blog, we've got key individuals that are promoting this scam. And you can see all the names of all the people, all their Facebook accounts, and you can go off and you can basically follow these Facebook accounts. So if I just pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, and then you come down to these handles. These are Instagram handles. These are all Instagram handles of the people that are promoting these reels to entice people to ask them that question, what do you do for work? And then they scam them into the gold thing. And they've all been in these meetings. It's quite hilarious. But if I open up 5 of these Instagram accounts, we've got the former Instagram account, and then they rename it. I am Jessica. So that's probably her. But all these here, all the Instagram accounts, so they're updating their Instagram accounts to be hide it from people like me. But as we get the updates, people are informing them because no one likes these bastards. So if you want to go to that blog, you'll find all the links to their social media. And what I'm asking people to do is waste their time because the guys in here are disgusting bottom feeders. Listen to them.
It's phenomenal. And you should think of your stories as series. Like tonight I did, and I do my most important things that I want people to see at the front, and then I'm just kind of posting whatever behind after that, and then I just leave it until that's fully reset. My stories are gone, and then I'll go again. Another positive to that is that you don't have to be literally doing stories.
So I've just got her boyfriend text me back going, interesting. Like he doesn't really care, but he hasn't done his research, has he? Because if you sit here and listen to this, anyone in their right mind would see that all these people in here are learning how to become Instagram followers. So this is a typical Facebook account. It's shut down so no one can see it because they want to keep their privacy. This is another guy. This is a boyfriend of one of the girlfriends that's promoting it, so I can see his. But I've just opened up. So this has been blocked because I've messaged them. You know, so they're all trying to run for the trees, trying to hide from the crypto Ponzi scheme Avenger. This is another one that you can't get to. Stacey Smith, and they're all trying to hide. Tony, Barefoot Kiwis. So this guy here, they have all these, pictures of their wonderful lifestyles. And then if you go to their Instagram reels, which they blocked me from, which I don't care. Oh, look at them. They've all blocked it. How crazy is that? So this one here, this is all their beautiful lifestyles and their beautiful reels. And is this Jessica, your girlfriend, mate? I mean, it's just ridiculous. And they're all being blocked. But, and then the other funny thing is they report these videos as privacy violations and they get blocked in Australia. So now they can't even see themselves, but not to the rest of the world. But if you get approached by anyone at a camping ground, like Laurie here, asking you if you want to invest in a Ponzi scheme or a scam, you should listen to his sales techniques. They're absolutely priceless. But anyway, I think I've done my dash. But remember, all the money that you feed into these systems, you don't know where they go. These are the compounds that have been built around the world. There's 10 of them that I know of that house people under duress. This complex here wasn't here 2 years ago, been built You know, this is in Thailand. This is a farm. This is in the jungle of Thailand. They've got these complexes here, and they house people under duress so they can force them to come up with these scams. And by, you know, listening to people like Erin's an amazing individual lady. You know, she really is sticking her neck out. She is a DA, district attorney. And she is literally given up her job, and she's now thrown herself into all these conventions, and she's going to them all, and I'm fully supporting her. We're good enough to we've met face to face and we chat, and it's a good thing she is doing, exposing these bastards. So look, I've done 4 lives today. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I'm just shutting down these windows. Anything you can do to help us, remember, go to the website, click on Contact Us. If you've been scammed by anyone, let us know. I hear horrific stories all day long. I want to hear more. If I can, I'll push you to somebody who may be able to help you. And that's what I do. And these are the days of our lives, my friend. It looks like Trage Technologies is still offline. I was trying to find the guy that was in the window before. I didn't have any luck. We're always trying to find the people. It was nice to have the phone call with the guy. It was nice to have a few new people in the chat room today. But if you don't listen to these, if you can't go to a website and read this with common logic and listen to the history of this guy, listen to the things that this guy here, who's meant to be behind the gold, and then see all these people who are in there promoting it, who can't prove that they've got real gold, and then you need somebody like me to give you hard evidence. What hard evidence do you actually want? Do you want somebody to drop an elephant on your head? Is that going to help you? I just think that's a scream, actually. So there you go. That's enough of Jessica. Say goodbye to Jessica. I'll say goodbye to Jessica. Hopefully she's in love with her boyfriend who doesn't believe she's running a scam, probably enjoying the benefits. That's me. I'm Danny the Heck, a.k.a. the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Troy Spot, you just got a good vibes post in there. I'm Danny the Heck, a.k.a. the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Please do comment, share, and if you want to support the channel, please go to buymeacupofcoffee.com/theheck, or go to theheck.com and you'll find the link at the bottom right-hand side and buy us a cup of coffee. It would be much appreciated. I don't make much money. I make about $5,000 a year from a YouTube channel, and I'm happy to show you that anytime you want. I'm not here for YouTube clicks. I'm here because I was brought up in a religious cult, and I remember being gaslighted by the people on the stage telling me that I was going to live forever on a paradise earth, and all the unrighteous people were going to be destroyed at Armageddon. That's what I got gaslighted into thinking. And when I go to watch these scams and I go into these Zoom meetings, I've been in 80 Zoom meetings in the last 24 hours. And I've witnessed people in Zoom meetings just like that telling you that after a scam has fallen over, that there's hope that you can get your money back. That's a load of rubbish. And then the same people, just like we heard in those recordings, are off promoting other scams, telling people about the best scam they've ever heard for the last... I've been in this game for 34 years, and this is the best opportunity I've ever heard of. Well, 33 years ago and 6 months ago, they were saying the same story to the scam you just lost money to. Don't listen to these freaking idiots. It's just disgusting. They're bottom feeders. They need to be stopped. People need to stand up to these guys. I'm about one of the few YouTubers out there that actually try to stand up to these people and try to stop them. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And then you've got idiots like the Australian guy here, and I'm providing them government warnings about a scam that their girlfriend is promoting, and they want hard evidence. What hard evidence do you want? I can give you a New Zealand warning as well. I can give you international warnings about these guys. We can't stop you and you can't stop me. Anyway, see you in the next live. I've done my dash today. I'm going to go have a beer. You have one as well. See you in the next live.